You'll never guess what the issue was. My headphones were not turned on. So that's a big yikes. That's a big yikes. Oh, you're getting echo? Okay. Why would echo be happening? Why would echo be happening? Alright. Can everybody hear me? No echo. Sound's working. Can we all confirm? Fantastic. Like I said, the problem was my headphones were not turned on. So that's great. That's fantastic. Alright. So, we are ready to go on feedback for your levels. That's kind of what we're doing today. I haven't gone live on Twitch in like many years, so forgive me for the issues we've had thus far. Yeah, we can do studio feedback. Here's how I want to do it. And I'm gonna follow this list for people. So if you want to see feedback on your level and your name is not on this list, go ahead and post in the chat. Do what you want to do. And that way we'll make sure that the feedback happens for you. New cache when? It's going very well. But today is about you guys. Today is about feedback on your levels. So just everybody understand if I'm not going to go too much into cache or anything like that. I am going to not going to show off any cache screenshots today. Not going to do anything like that. But for a future stream, I'm probably going to do live concept art so you can kind of see how I'm going to take one area of cache, transform it for you in Photoshop, and you'll say, okay, well, and I'll walk you through like, well, this is why I did this is why I did this is the theory of why this change was made. And the idea here for this whole stream is I don't want you guys to have to make mistakes that I've already made. So, and I have a lot of experience making levels. I can just give you that experience as much as I can and hopefully save you a lot of time and trouble and give you some insights on how I work on different areas. So let's see. Yeah, you can just drop the link in Twitch chat. That's fine too. But it's probably boring just sitting here watching me doing nothing. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with DE Gardens from Curtis Harmer. So get underway on this stuff. So let's see, hopefully CSGO picks up nicely on the stream here. There we go. Looks pretty good to me. So we need to wait for these new maps to load in. You guys said you're not getting game audio? Not exactly sure how to do game audio. Maybe some of you guys have some ideas on that. Alright, well, I don't see garden popping up right away. Let's see if we can find it. Cool, cool, cool. Yeah, I guess we'll just do Victoria first since I don't see garden, and we'll wait for garden to hopefully load in. You can search in the bar. What's up, CR Tech? What's up, Hasselhoff? What's up, everybody? How you guys doing? Um, yeah, the first map we're gonna start with is Victoria. It looks like, because that's the first one I kind of saw right there, and that was also on the list. So, kicking the bots. What is my first impression of this level? I'm looking at a corner. There's nothing but a corner right here. I don't like that. That's something we probably want to work on. This looks nice. Always a good idea to hit people with some plants right off the start. That's a good idea. I like these shapes up here. That's pretty cool. So one thing is that the level is definitely obviously directing me in this direction. There's light. Even though if you look at the direction of the light, it's hitting right here. Everything is communicating, go this way. But then, oh, see, it's hitting me with an immediate turn. Interesting. See, I kind of think about stuff like if you're at a mall, right? And you have it's like a T-shaped intersection, right? You can either make a left turn or you can make a right turn. 90% of people are going to make the right turn. So you got to keep that in mind. So like right here, I'm making the right turn. Everything is telling me to go right. This entrance right here, I can pretty much tell you, is going to be a lot less used and a lot less popular. So what I would do right off the bat, without even having played this level or basically knowing anything about this level, what I would do is I would move this entrance to be like right, more like over here. So that this entrance is a little bit closer to people naturally, and they say, oh, okay, well, this one's closer, I'm going to take this. So I haven't even played this level, I don't know anything about it. But that's one observation right off the bat. So I'm going this way, even though that's not what most people will do. Okay, I like that I can see the bomb site from this corridor. That's really nice. Okay. Okay, simple bomb site. Interesting. Very interesting. I wonder if I could do this. Oh, shit. Okay. We hear game sound, but it's very low. So let's see if we can turn up. I don't know. Don't worry about game sound. I'm a narcissist. This is all about listening to me. Just kidding. Okay, so I guess this is like mid. I don't, like, again, I've never looked through this level a single time, so I'm just making up here. I'm pretty sure this is like mid. Um, so let's see. I'm gonna go back to the start. I'm gonna give the level a good once around. I think that's probably a good idea. So this is where I was. Why is warm up not starting? This is gonna drive me absolutely crazy. What's up, Rabe? Alright, we're gonna have to make do with our round time until somebody in chat who's smarter than me tells me how to fix that. Come on, chat, I believe in you. Alright, so alright, this is a cubby you can play in, I guess. A little bit dull, I feel. There's more I'll talk about with this kind of area in a little bit. pissing me off. Alright, so anyway, back to the bomb site. I really like this bomb site, actually. I think this is pretty cool. Did we fix it? No. Alright, whatever. The struggle is real right now. I don't usually load into maps this way, that's why I'm very dumb right now. Alright, anyway. So, okay, just an area like this. When you've got an area like this, you want to have a little here, you want to have a little bit of a platform similar to this. You see how the texture tiles, it gives you this amount of like coloration right here. This is kind of what I'm talking about. Like if you just take this 64 unit block and move it over to here, or like duplicate it and put one right here, because you want to give players, if there's just going to be this confined space, you want to give them the ability to have at least another little thing that they can do. And you'll see I did that on Sub-Zero a lot. So, this wall. Another great thing about this bomb site is you're going to be able to throw a lot of nades. But interesting, not from over here. I guess you can from here. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. You could definitely throw some from over here. That's not bad. So, okay, now I need to imagine that I'm a terrorist. Let's see if I can identify where terrorist spawn would be. This looks like it might be it. Maybe this over here. Yeah, I'm willing to bet this is where terrorists spawn. Okay, see, this is a much better better design for a spawn. And the reason is everyone is going to want to walk to the right, and that entrance is further away. So there's more tension to get people to go this way, but it's immediately relieved. All that tension is immediately relieved because you have this right here so close to players. From a pathing standpoint, really smart. So I like this path so far. I don't really know anything about any of this, but oh, what a nice angle. I like this angle. Nice and clean. Maybe a little bit too big scale wise. For instance, I would maybe dial this back, bring this back to like maybe right here, just so players don't have this sense that they're in a gigantic empty area. Even if you were to overload this with art, you're still going to be getting a sense of emptiness from this area, in my opinion. Is there a reason why players naturally go right? Well, I don't think it's like a hard point of like, oh, this is something that always happens. It's just that if you look at populations moving through areas, they have certain tendencies, and that's one of them. So I don't know what percentage of the time that would happen or how hard and fast a rule that is, but so this is interesting. This whole area is actually just kind of redundant, I guess. Yeah, I'm not loving the fact that this area is just completely redundant over here. I mean, honestly, from a pathing standpoint, if you just close this off, it would make literally no difference at all. I guess that the thought is if CTs push into this area, I don't love that though. What's up, Bordeaux? If you if you can, I recommend turning on the ability to lower the quality of the stream. I'm struggling a bit. If anybody wants to let me know how to do that, I'll be happy to do that. I want you guys to be able to run it, obviously. Oh, is this bringing me back to the CT spawn? That's pretty cool. Alright, so I think I'm getting a better sense of this level now. Alright, so in other words, I'm a CT, I start here, I can go over here. Where does this lead me? I haven't experimented with this yet. This is gonna lead me, wow, that's a long way for the CTs to walk to get to their bomb site. I feel like the terrorists maybe had better timings to that site. Let me test this. Everybody want to count out loud? We'll do something together. Alright, stream. On the count of 3, we're gonna start counting. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's a long time. 7 seconds. I'm gonna guarantee you that the terrorists walk basically that amount of time from to get to that bomb site. 7. I'm gonna say it's like 9 seconds, maybe 10 seconds. It's gonna be pretty. And again, I don't know exactly where the terrorists spawn, but I'm gonna guess it's like right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yikes. This is gonna be a rush bomb site for the terrorists because their timings are so favorable to this bomb site. I mean, I would make them walk a little bit further, frankly. I would make them walk a little bit further to get there. So, let's go back here. Alright, so I'm back here, walking this way. This is kind of a boring mid, and the reason is it's just like a straight line. I mean, a lot of mids do that, like Dust 2, for example, and the problem I see for this is that it's not open. You're gonna play this the same way every time. Play one of these corners, and it's just like a corridor, right? Not too interesting. What I would do is probably start knocking down a lot of these walls. Probably knock down this wall. Probably even knock down this wall, and then have people enter from like over here. And then now they're in a big open mid. Not a huge fan of this room. Seems like it'd be pretty awkward to have a gunfight with somebody who's head peeking. Look at this angle. Oh, that's not an angle. That's a good thing. My dog is learning how doors work. He's slowly figuring out. Do you want to go outside? Alright, let's get back to it. How do I send a map to you? Go ahead and respond on Twitter or put it in the chat. I'm going to add it to the list of maps that I'm looking at today. This stream is all about your levels. I'm going to try to help you as much as I can with your levels and just be honest, but also hopefully constructive. Look at this piece of cover. It's just floating out here, so far away from the bomb site. Would anyone really play this? Let's see. If I have an op? Try Twitter then if the links are banned in Twitch. Alright, so I'm a CT. I'm coming over here. I'm spawning in. I'm walking towards the bomb site. Decent walk, but not too bad. Probably a little bit too long of a walk, frankly. But do I play this position? God no, because look, to get there, the CTs are absolutely gonna have better, or the Ts are absolutely gonna have better timing. If I'm a T, I'm watching this and I'm saying, oh, is he gonna cross over to there? I guess I can't see. Oh no, I can. Yeah, this piece of cover is gonna be very underused. I mean, people will fight for it, which is interesting, but I don't know. I think I would put it like right here, probably. Make it interesting. You never want to just have a piece of cover that's just like, I feel ambivalent about it. No, you want to make it something that people are like chucking nades, throwing the nades over here, saying, no, I'm gonna fight for this piece of cover. I want this piece of cover. That's gonna give me a solid foothold in territory. So I'm gonna go and I'm gonna fight for it. You probably get a million times a year. Stop you or map maker the base of CPL mill to make a new map. Nothing. I would contact that guy if you're interested in it. His name is Chris Audi, and just listen, can we obviously another that other map. Mike Cutting. Can anybody confirm that? Alright, I'm gonna try to turn off push to talk. Can you guys hear me? Any cutting out? Any issues? No issues. Perfect. Fine now. Great. Let's get back into it. Very good. You're gonna hear a lot of dumb stuff though in the background. I can't control it. I guess I need like a push to cut, cut it out, push immediately cut. We'll see. Let's see. So, like I was saying, CPL mill. What's to stop somebody else from doing it? Absolutely nothing, as far as I know. I would contact that guy. I think his name is Chris Audi. I would say, listen, I want to work on mill. There's another map, obviously. I wouldn't worry about that other map. Just focus on mill. Is that a good answer? You guys like that? Like that answer? Any information on your new cache rework? Today's going to be mostly focused on other people's maps, guys, but it's going fine. It's going just fine. Let's see. Does MapCore run group playtests? Yes, they do. So anyway, back to Victoria. Like this bomb site, what I do not like about this little platform back here is that it's just a straight line, just a straight line. Very boring. So I would indent this, move it back. I'm gonna draw. Hopefully it's a primitive drawing, but I would indent it like this, so that you have the ability to come back here a little bit. Maybe put that on some extra elevation. Do a little bit more with it, you know. So Viacorp says you do not need to contact him. He says it's free to use with credit. That's a big deal right there, guys. Why would you worry about another map when you can make mill for free with just all you have to do is give credit? I don't know. It's a free country. People can do what they want. So yeah, I like this bomb site. I'm honestly not sure how I feel about this right here, because if you boost it on a teammate, now you have this weird head glitch. I mean, nobody wants to fight that, right? Nobody wants to deal with this. Who wants to deal with this in a competitive match? Anybody? I don't think so. So, this is maybe an issue. Yeah, so moving this cover around, probably deleting this cover, probably indenting this. Site cover in this area, again, I mentioned adding a little bit more of a vertical element here. So yeah. Not sure I love this piece of cover. This is where I would maybe actually want to see some head glitching. Like, chop this. Chop this right here. Allow people to have a little bit of a head glitch right here. Opping right there. I think that'd be fun. So, alright, let's see. We're over here. Walking towards mid. I've already said I think mid's a little bit too much of a straight shot. Not a huge fan of mid. That would be one piece of feedback. Don't think there's much of anything going on there. Coming over here. Interesting bomb site. I think it does one thing very intelligently. A lot of times in Counter-Strike design, you'll see two different types of bomb sites on the same map. There'll be one bomb site with just a central pillar in the middle, and then there'll be the other bomb site that has cover more around. So there's one that's got a lot of negative space right in the center of the site, and there's one type of bomb site design that has very little negative space in the center of the site, but a lot on the edges of the bomb site. And that's kind of what this map is doing, although it doesn't seem to really be committed to that. It's more spreading that central pillar out here, here, and here into three distinct areas, which is interesting, but I would just ask, is there art to back this decision up? Is there art that's saying that's why we're putting this here, that's why we're putting this here, and that's why we're putting this here? Is there any art for that? Obviously there's a little bit of an art concept going on here, but I'm not sure that these two are going to look particularly good. I think what might be more interesting is to focus on the one that seems to have some kind of basis in fact, this right here, and again, go with that central pillar idea, negative space. So yeah, you'll see it in like Overpass, for example, has that central pillar, and then the other bomb site is there's no central element. There's a small central box, but there's also that truck, and there's also some of the areas by the APC on Overpass. So it's kind of exploring that idea. Then you look at what's another map that does a Cobble, but Cobble has kind of this central negative space idea on both bomb sites. Let's see. Yeah, I'm running out of maybe Train. Train's a very unique map. Let's see, Cache. Does Cache do it? Cache does central negative space definitely on the A bomb site. Now on the B bomb site, yeah, I guess it is more spread out. I guess that is a good point. Cache kind of follows the same formula of maybe Overpass or something along that line. So yeah, I would like to see this element made a big, bold focal point for this bomb site, and maybe get rid of these little pieces of cover that are just, I don't know. I'm not even sure really what they're doing. So we come into here. This is, see, now ordinarily I think a lot of level designers would say this is not a good area. This is a bad area because it's really tight and cramped. I actually completely disagree. I think in Counter-Strike we need more areas like this where you get a little Mag 7 action here. You know, we need more of this stuff. Pakes is legend, doing great. It's good to see you. Welcome to the stream. Welcome everybody to the stream. I hope you guys enjoy this. This is fun for me. I'm probably gonna do this more in the future. So anyway, yeah, I like areas like this because they give you a little bit of an opportunity to. This is what areas like this do. You're coming in here with an op and you say, you know what? Forget the op. I want the Mag 7. And that doesn't happen very often in Counter-Strike, right? Doesn't happen very often in Counter-Strike. So I like that area. Dig it. Definitely dig it. This might be my favorite area of the map so far, just because it looks like it would be fun to play this. But allow people to go in here. You got this space right here. It's tantalizing. I want to go in, and I'm being told that access denied. That makes me cry. That makes me cry. That makes me very sad. I want to be able to come in here. Yes, it's a useless area. Yes, granted. But allow people to wallbang this, and now all of a sudden it's kind of a fun area of the map. Any news on the cache remake? Yeah, I'm gonna just focus on other people's maps today, but there's gonna be plenty of time for fun stuff like that in the future. So go ahead and follow the channel if that's something you're interested in. If you're interested in that cache map that you might have played once or twice. So yeah, overall, I'd say this map seems pretty cool. Issues, mid. Not really interested in anything I'm seeing here at mid. Issues, these little boxes I think are kind of undermining the aesthetic of the level and the potential of the bomb site to kind of stand out and aid the map. Not really digging this area. Don't really think it's even necessary for the layout, frankly. I would probably get rid of it. Not liking the positioning of this piece of cover. I would move it around, make it something that people want to fight for. Not really liking the timings on this bomb site for CTs. I think it needs to be a little bit closer to their turf. And finally, I would say I think this area right here needs more of a purpose. It needs to be a route that goes into this bomb site somehow, so that it does not feel like a completely useless area just hanging over here off to the left where people are already going to be disinclined to use it, and that will give them even more reason not to use it. So I gotta be honest with you guys, I didn't realize how dry your mouth gets talking constantly like this. So I will be right back, gonna get some water, and I think unless I kind of have some final observations on this level, we'll move on to the next level. Sound good? Be right back. Wireless headset? Yeah, I was like, oh shit, they're gonna hear the ice. Spoiler alert, guys, I drink ice water. I drink ice water. The cup tastes like coffee, you gotta love it. Okay, let's see. Alright, any last observations on this level? Yeah, I guess just the fact that this would be a really aggravating angle for people. Let's go up here. Anybody want to fight this from down on the site? Does that appeal to anyone? Let me show you what that would look like. Now you guys tell me. Oh, come on. This is, I swear to God if he kicks my butt. Alright. Float, damn you. Alright, just imagine he's head glitching right there. And I'm in sight. Do I really want to fight that? Do I really want to... shoot someone's head right there. Does that sound fun to you guys? Doesn't really sound fun to me. But I don't know. You guys can let me know what you think. Yeah, I think if you were to do this, it would need to be wall bangable, but realistically, I would just say don't do this. But that's one approach. You feel free to take a different approach for your levels. That's why we all make different stuff. How is that different to Heaven on Cache? Well, it's simple, because on Heaven on Cache, you are walking up a ramp, and then you peek a doorway. This, look what I can do. Doesn't sound fun to me, but like I said, we all have our own views on things. So that's Victoria. I would say that this seems like a very good basis for a competitive map. Few issues aside, and yeah, I would say that very interesting, very good stuff. So that is. Can I click? Can I click? Nope. I can't click. Why can't I click? Are you guys watching this? This is hilarious. No click. I can't click. I can't do it. That happens a lot at CSGO. Ah, I see. Alright, well, I'll just use the old... We gotta peek into my reference art. See, I have a lot of different reference art. B bomb site. Let's see what the size of this folder is. About almost 2 gigs of reference art. So, gotta peek into that. Let's see. DE Studio. We had some requests for that. Let's check this out. Enhance. So we're checking out this map, DE Gardens, and then I think we're going to move on to Studio. So, as usual, I haven't looked at these beforehand. I have absolutely no idea what I'm loading into. Let's see. What did you guys tell me before? It was, what was that rounds command you guys gave me? It was really good. It worked. MP round time 60. Let's see. I'm gonna go on offline on Steam Friends. No offense to my Steam friends. I just don't want anybody to blow up the stream. Alright, let's see. So I'm loading into this. This is a map called DE Gardens. Requests on Twitter to check this map out. So let's take a look. First of all, first thing I'm going to note here, no signs on the walls at all. So I have absolutely no idea where I'm going. That's the first thing. I'm completely in the dark on where I'm going. And I'll be honest, a lot of these shapes, they're not really helping me out here too much. So one thing is that players, when they see a shape like this, are going to be immediately drawn to it. Let's just test whether that's going to be helpful or useful to them. I don't think so. Maybe. Potentially. But again, I have no idea where I'm going, so let's check this out. I'm walking to the right, because like I said, that's what most people are going to naturally be tempted to do. I'm in a room. Big room. Very complicated room. Lot of cover everywhere. This would be fun for like a hostage map. You come into a room like this, and you're just like, oh my god, so much cover, could be anywhere. This is mid, okay. Alright, so I'm in this room. This is mid, apparently. Walking around. So now I'm exiting mid, I guess. I'm overwhelmed, I'll be honest. This is overwhelming. Alright, I'm coming back to where I've started. One thing I will say about this stream is that if you're new to making levels, that's fine. We're gonna give feedback on all different experience levels, levels of practice, levels of years making things, and the idea is hopefully no matter how much practice or time you've put into this, you'll get something out of it. So as we mentioned, a little bit on the overwhelming side. You're not, you don't have any signs on the wall to help you kind of figure things out, but I have just discovered, I guess, that this moves in a circle right here. Okay, so this moves in a circle, coming over here. This is a bomb site. You can tell it's a bomb site because it's got the big X on the ground. That's always a helpful feature. This is fun. Oh yeah. I'm a very simple-minded person. This would entertain me endlessly. So, is it possible? Oh, heartbreak. Heartbreak. Yeah, I'll look at Wingman maps too, Ducksworth. Although it's a little bit challenging to give feedback on a smaller map because it's harder to judge the timings and things. This is what this stream is going to be all about right here. Come on. Oh, just constant heartbreak. Okay, so this is a little neutral area, I guess, for a bomb site. You know what? I actually kind of like this. I kind of like this off to the side of the bomb site like that. Another neutral area. Boy, there'd be a little bit of camping going on. A little bit of camping going on this map. Okay, I think I'm starting to figure things out here. Now I want to know, now I'm very curious where the terrorists spawn. So terrorists spawn over here by this lovely flower shop. Lovely. Alright. Actually pretty simple. Pretty good stuff right here. It's leading you in one direction. There's nowhere else you can go. You can't go here. Can't go back here. Can't go in this truck. Can't go over here. So actually very good from a layout standpoint. And okay, interesting. Gives you a little bit of an overlook onto a courtyard here. I'm actually liking this from the T side significantly more than from the CT side. It seems to make a lot more sense from the T side. So come over here. Now I want to know what this is like. Is this the other bomb site over here? Coming down here into this nice little plaza, this nice little courtyard. Very modern. And I'm guessing this is the bomb site. Oh no, right here. It's like a skate ramp. Here, let's see if I can surf. Oh, you can. Woo! Very cool. All right. Literally sliding around. Okay. So very interesting. So now as a CT, how do I guard this bomb site? Respawning any minute now, I'm sure. Okay. So this room must be how I get to that bomb site. That took a while. That took a while. So I would say little bit too complicated. You want to have a more direct route. I would literally just be happy to go from here to here. So like, so look at this. This is the amount of distance actually between the bomb site and the spawn. See this? And then you have to go all the way around here. I mean, that's just a little too long, in my opinion. So I guess people in chat are saying there's a boost. Interesting. Yeah, I don't think you should have to boost to get to the bomb site, in my opinion. But maybe. And what is this? Because I remember the other bomb site was... Wait, is this water? Oh, okay. Interesting. It's like a little sewer. That's pretty fun. So this takes me to like... I don't know. In my opinion, the pathing is a little strange on this map. I would simplify. Always simplify. But you know what? Here are the positives. I like the creativity. There's just a lot of creativity everywhere. There's a lot of effort put into making things kind of different. And oh, look at that. Oh, that's cool. So I spawn over here. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised at all if this map was actually pretty fun to play. I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest. I think that the graphics don't really match together. There's a lot of like chaotic elements, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was actually pretty enjoyable to play. Yeah, no, I don't mind this from a layout standpoint. There's a lot going on. It's a little chaotic, but I think if you just wanted to have fun with a couple friends and play a map, this would probably be sufficient. It's not, there's nothing terribly broken about it. There's nothing completely wrong about it. It works. It would probably give you a pretty solid Counter-Strike experience, frankly. Just I would say that the graphics are a little bit confusing. Like, is this supposed to be like an Asian theme? It's hard to say. I mean, yeah, stuff like this is gonna be fun. Like you have this little cargo container you could hop in and I actually think that if I mean, for instance, like I'm not sure what the what the hell? Can this just be my new Twitter avatar? Kill me. Kill me. Man, look at this pose. He's just chilling. That's gonna be rough on the back though. That is gonna be a chiropractor's nightmare. Look at that neck. Oof. Gotta love the UV stretching on the neck. Oof. Give me an op. Can we look at this in the... I want to look at this. How do I find my picture that I found? Come on, faster, Steam. Faster! Damn it. Bottom left, they're saying. View screenshots, thank God. Thank you for the chat. Where would I be without you guys? Now, how do I look at it? All right. Let's get that going. Looks like they're wrestling. Oh, look at this. Ronda Rousey right here. Got him in a nasty leg lock. Oh, he's tapping. He's tapping. Tap, tap, tap. Dude, you're gonna break your hamstring if you keep this up. You gotta tap, dude. You have to tap. I'm telling you. You've got to tap. Oh, what a killer. Look at that. Eye of the tiger right there. He is feeling it. Oof. Drop a nade? Oh, good idea. Alright, I uploaded some pictures for you guys. Hope you enjoy that. I think this map is cool. The art, I would say, is my main criticism. I think that while there's a lot of effort put into it, I think there's a lot of different colors going on, um, and a lot of different props kind of clashing. This is like modern art. So yeah, I would say simplify, or just go in more of this direction. Either way, that's fine. Oh my god, look at this grin on this guy. Whew. Creepy. Gotta love it. So, let's see. I think we wanted some feedback on DE Studio. Let's check it out. It's hot in here. Okay, so obviously I played this map a few times. I know a few things about it, but I'm going to try to approach it with fresh eyes here. So first of all, what a nice looking spawn. I do not love having little things like this in the player's face. Like, here, I'll show you. I'll show you kind of what this looks like. This looks like a gigantic sign that's saying, "Run into me," and just drive your torso into me. It's just, I don't know. Does anybody else get that? When they see a wall like this, they just kind of want to smack their head into it. I don't know. Very unnatural. You want a 360 over it? Easy. Get good. Alright, so, yeah, for me, I'm not loving having a piece of, grind it. Easy. Grind. I'm not loving having, like, a, basically a wall in the spawn, but to each their own, I guess. So, another great thing about this spawn is you're positioned closer to the left door. So I talked about before how people are going to naturally be tempted to go to the right. It's not really happening here because you're so close to the left. Loving this water sound effect in the spawn. Really, really nice. Very soothing. It's going to definitely ease the pain of having teammates trolling you constantly. Let's see, we're coming straight ahead. This is probably one of my major critiques of Studio is like the amount of corridors, I guess, or the sense that you're in corridors is something that happens a fair amount on Studio. Uh, this corridor is really hitting you hard with that corridor vibe. Um, so some things to fix it. I would have. Is there anything in these walls? There's really nothing in these walls of substance. So you could have a little bit of an office space here. You could allow people to come up here. Uh, Again, just anything to alleviate that sense that you're just in a corridor, I think is good. This water texture, not doing it for me. Not doing it for me. Not doing it for me. Let's see. This all looks fine. I like this corridor. One thing I will say about this corridor is a lot of times when I played Studio, I've been rather confused about where this map is. So, or where in the map this is. This is actually mid. At least I think that's what you would call it, is mid. But the thing is, it doesn't really look like an ordinary mid, which is a good thing. It's a good thing that it's doing something different and a little bit unique. But what I would say is that if you're going to do that, you have to communicate with people. You have to give them something to work with so that they kind of know where they're positioned. I would have some signs on the wall here, kind of aid the navigation a little bit, kind of assist people, help them out a little bit. So I really like this room. This is like, you guys remember that show, Tool, what is it? What is it? I don't know, Tim Allen, where he's working with the tools. Tool Time. Yeah, but what's the name of the actual show? What's the name of the actual show with Tim Allen? Home Improvement. Who got it? 200119. Nailed it. First person to nail it. So yeah, what I want is very, very, very simple. I want a picture of Tim Allen right here. You can blur out the face or whatever you got to do, or maybe that. I don't know. This is very important for the map. Yeah, I want a camera right here so that you're really solidifying the fact that this is like the set of Tool Time, and it's like Tim Allen. Look, he even looks like Tim Allen. This guy. Look at this, Tim Allen right there. That is the spitting image of Tim Allen. Cash and Season are my favorite maps. Thank you for it. Thank you, Lime Gum. So anyway, I want to have a camera somewhere in this room and a Tim Allen Home Improvement poster. Copyright notwithstanding. Honestly, just violate copyright and just literally put a picture of Tim Allen right here. I will pay your illegal bills. I don't care. I'm down. So getting a little bit of an issue here with this overlay. You guys catching this? Is it picking up on the stream? You don't want to have, what you do here is you would take this brush that's underlaying and you would end it right there, but also just get a better overlay for that, in my opinion. Nice pipes. I think these are custom. They look good. Little ruffles on them. So this truck is one of the issues I've had with Studio in the past. I would literally just get rid of it because the problem with this truck is this is terrorist spawn. B-Hop the bunny. That's really funny. I like that. I guess this is the creators of the map. We're gonna pay homage here. We're gonna bow. We're gonna bow. Respectfully bow. Respect. So anyway, the problem I have with this truck is twofold. Number one, visually a little bit dated. Like, some of these textures are looking hella 2004. So yeah, I would get rid of it from a visual standpoint, but also from a cover standpoint. I've never really liked how much cover it gives you and how awkward the cover is. Like, It's not fun to have firefights through this angle, in my experience. So yeah, I would get rid of it. What are my video settings on? My video settings are on low, but even on low, I mean, this is looking mighty. I mean, look at this resolution right here. This is prime source engine resolution. Only the finest source engine materials right there. So then you compare it to like the new nuke textures, and you got like a nice detail map. You get some nice resolution. So I would say, from a graphical standpoint and from a gameplay standpoint, I would probably remove this truck. Even this car, I think this is a nuke asset, but it's not a nuke asset that's meant to be in a playable area. It's a nuke asset that's kind of like in a parking lot that you can't really get to. It's like super far away. You compare this car, like compare the front of this car with the front of, oh my god, never mind. Ignore that. I would get rid of the car too, is my point. I like this. I really like when maps do stuff like this, like drape, especially if it's well done. Like this is well done. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Nah, I'm really nitpicking at that point. No, I like when maps do stuff like this. They kind of have hard edges, and then they have more soft parts. I like that. So a criticism of this area, but it's not really. I like the studio theme, but I don't always know if studio is fully kind of delivering on it. So I want some signs in this area that really kind of communicate like this is a studio lot. See this, I think Overwatch does things like this with their level. As a matter of fact, hold on. Let me pull up my Overwatch. Which one is it? Dorado? Do I not have it? That's the one level I don't have. God damn it. Hollywood? Yeah, I guess I don't have it. Anyway, they have. I literally pulled up my reference folder and don't have it. So anyway, Hollywood has a lot of good ideas. You could kind of borrow. I think maybe I just wasn't. Hollywood just wasn't relevant to the stuff that I was working on. But I like Hollywood. This is a nice bomb site. I've always liked this bomb site. I think they've changed the cover around since I played it. It's a lot better now. I'm gonna be honest. This train track that's kind of going through the whole. Do we really need this, guys? Is this really working? I'm not sure. And the tree that's right in the middle of this of everything. Why don't we put that tree over here, where it belongs, with the other flowers? It's a camera rail. Okay. I think anytime you have to explain something, that's kind of rough. I do not like the way this is cut out. Not working for me. If you want to do something like this, you have to pay very close attention to the way that the real material is supposed to be constructed. So like having this giant seam right where the texture is supposed to be tiling, no, you'd have to cut it like this. Oh, I can't cut it. You'd have to like find where the edges are on the actual texture and start doing surgery along that tile. I understood it was a camera rail from the second I saw it, though. Well, okay. All right, I'll grant you this. If you want to make it a camera rail, put a camera on the rail, and then we won't have any questions. Or I would say probably just delete it because it's adding a lot of visual noise to the area. Fair enough? So I remember a bug a long time ago on this map where if you jump right here, you get stuck. Let's see if that's been fixed. Looks like it's been fixed. Oh wow, who's gonna die to this spot? Probably everyone, right? Come in here. La di da di da. Oh, I'm dead from this guy. Bot Ernie. So I don't know about that. I would maybe, if you're gonna do this, you need to have this be red so that I'm not walking in here just, okay, perfect example of kind of misleading visual design. So I walk through this door and this is red, but the threat is over here. So essentially what the map is shouting is, look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me. And that's not really doing anything for me right here because I'm dying to this guy. So in a way, this is a perfect example of when the level is actually fighting you as a player, and that's not what you want. You want at your levels to get out of the way and allow players to fight each other. But right now, the level's fighting me because it's communicating, look over here, but I shouldn't be looking over there. Maybe for this angle, but this is an example of an angle that I don't think should exist. Because you're already walking through here. Somebody could already be right here. Another angle that probably shouldn't exist. Here's what's not fun in Counter-Strike. I literally typed give weapons swag 7. Anyway, you don't want to be doing this. And the reason is because there's somebody posted over here with an op who's just killing you when you're doing all that. So it's too many angles up close. This is another example of an angle that shouldn't exist for the same reason. When I'm clearing the site from this guy, when I'm aiming over here at the site, I don't want to have to check all of a sudden over here as well. So I would get rid of this. See, look at how this camera, which is such an important part of this map's theme, is like buried in all this cover. You can't even find it unless you're looking for it. A little bit of low resolution here on this asset. This is an important asset. This is an important asset. This is communicating your theme for the level. Make it a good asset. You got low resolution here. Let's see. Who's gonna die to this corner? If I'm a T pushing out, am I really gonna look over here? I don't know. Maybe. But I don't think so. So far there's a lot of angles that I'm just not sure need to be there. From a gameplay standpoint. Come over here. I love this area. Look at how this area just looks exactly like you would think a Hollywood backlot would look. Fantastic. Fantastic area. Best area of the level so far, maybe other than this spawn, which is a very strong spawn. Very nice looking spawn. Cool that I can break those. I like that. I like being able to break stuff. Okay, so this bomb site has been a problem for me for a while because I don't A, know what this stuff is, these blocks, and B, I don't really know that it's looking great. So compare that with this bomb site, which has nice flowers, some nice foliage. There's stuff up here that's kind of communicating the theme. It's got a nice European village aesthetic. It's kind of working a little bit better for me than this bomb site. Can I just make one suggestion? I think this would be a cool bomb site. Why is this not the bomb site? This area is so cool to look at. I don't know. Um, so I like stuff like this. I'm digging this because again, it's just communicating the theme a little bit better. Nobody needs an explanation or a pamphlet to understand what they're looking at. It's literally just these are some boxes. You see these on like live acts. They'll tour and they'll have stuff like this. I've never really understood why this area was blocked off, and I don't really feel that it needs to be for the gameplay of the map. Just a thought. So this is a lot of extra stuff that, wow. Okay, hold on. So now I'm coming up here. Can I see any of that stuff down there? Boy, barely. 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 Why not just open this up? Does this wall even need to be here? You're already rendering all this stuff. Why not make this the bomb site, like aesthetically speaking? I don't know. See, look at all the different things this is doing so much better than the main area. You have like speakers, you have these travel equipment, you have the camera, the nice camera asset, you have these panel things. You don't see any of that in here. I mean, maybe you see the camera up here, but it's like so out of the way. I want to see that green screen stuff here. The theme right here. The playtesters hated it completely, FM Pone. Well, I mean, fix it then. Fix the problems with it. Don't block it off and then allow players to kind of be like, I want to go here. Because this feeling's never going to go away. That feeling's always going to be there. And when you try to explain to them that, hey, you can't boost into here, even though, look, that's going to be frustrating. That's going to be frustrating for players. So you come over here. I like this area. I've always liked this area. Another area where it feels like the theme comes together nicely. I feel like this texture is a little bit, I'm going to guess this is a 256 by 256, which is a little bit low. You probably don't want any 256 textures to be that prominent. Come over here. I don't know if this texture is working for me. Back in home improvement land. So that's another thing about Studio is that it's compartmentalizing these different themes all across the level. But one thing it's not really doing is tying it all together in a comprehensive way. I think the cameras could be a big part of that, but they're just not really being used. Or one thing you could do is if you're going to have an area like this, have a big sign that says prop construction. Construction for props, you know, literally you gotta tie it all together somehow. This map is just not coming together for me. It's not really sealed. I'm gonna spend the next hour and a half on stream doing this. Alright, so I'm back in the spawn. A solid area. It's got some fun things to do. Is it possible to do like bounce pads in CS? I think it'd be fun to be like boop and bounce up. You go boop. I think that'd be fun. I don't know if that's possible, but it is possible. Well then make it happen. Yesterday. No, I think it'd be cool. So this area I've found a little bit odd from a gameplay standpoint because there's just these little angles that get created. I mean, first of all, from a design standpoint, I'm not sure you should really ever have a corridor like this. Essentially what this is saying to me is that it should be bent but it's not. It's a straight shot corridor, which the map already has quite a number of, and we're blocking sight lines in this kind of unusual manner. Which, hey, unusual is not bad. That can make your map stand out, but I think you have to weigh that against whether it's just kind of strange. So each individual level designer will come to their own conclusions on that. This nice water again, I'm gonna say I want to dial up more of this water because I like it and I want more of it. Can I get more of this water? I think that would be nice. Great room here, fantastic room, honestly, from a theming standpoint, from a color standpoint, from a lighting standpoint. This room could be like a wallpaper for CS:GO. Like I'll turn off the if I was to turn off. I mean, look how nice and clean this looks. The lighting here is popping. Everything's working in this room. The map needs more of this. This I want to just if you're not going to change a whole lot about the map, if you're going to keep everything roughly the same, just knock out this wall. Knock it out completely and let me see this vista area at least, so that I don't have to come over here and literally zoom in with an op just to have any kind of view of it. I think I'm going to leave the radar off so that people have a better view of what's on my screen, or leave the HUD off. Honors and achievements. I'm liking the way that the text is on the wall here. I want to see more of that. That seems like it would be something that would actually happen in real life. So yeah, I want to be able to bounce. Very important feature that needs to happen in my opinion. Alright. We're back here. Can I make a suggestion? I don't think that this map needs connectors like this. You know, where it's just kind of like you could find this in any level. Doesn't matter what the level is. You could find an area like this. I want to see this map take advantage of its theme more. It's a studio. You know, let's get more studio stuff, less vents, you know, things like that. I understand that sometimes you just need a vent from a gameplay standpoint, but I just feel like this map is not quite... Like, look how strong this area is. And compare it to something like this. I mean, for me, it's clear you want to dial up a lot more of this type of thing because the map could really benefit from that. There's not a whole lot of this. But you could reuse all these assets, pretty much do everything that you're doing there, and put it over there. And I would just say have glass here so that you can keep this kind of corridor. That would be a simple fix. I'll just go on the simple fix route, like glass here, extend this theme if possible either into this room or do more of this type of stuff in this room. Reconsider having this area that is an invisible walled area. Perhaps reconsider having this industrial area in the map, because I think that if you're already doing a lot of different things inside the level, and then on top of that you say now we're going to have a vent room, I would caution, I would say let's minimize the number of different types of things in the same level. I just like the aesthetic of this room. I feel like it's effective. So maybe instead of having the vent, you just extend this type of theme. You just have more of this. Because look at it. It's a vent, but really what is it? It's a corridor. And also from a layout standpoint, can't you just drop players into this room? Why do they have to come over here? Is it necessary that they go from they take this circuitous route to go from all the way over here, then to over here, then to over here, then to over here? Why not just go from here to here? Doesn't that seem better? Seems better. It was to help with rotation timings. Well, yeah, I mean, you do a lot of things for rotation timings, but it doesn't mean that it's a good idea. I mean, timings alone is not enough of a justification for that, in my opinion. So yeah, I would say this is a strong level with a lot of potential, but I think there's some definite issues where it's not really capitalizing on its theme, and it's also throwing some red herring type stuff into the mix that's kind of distracting from the stuff that is working. Like this building, I'm not really sure aesthetically is working. This truck, but you come in here and now you got something really nice. So it's just about finding that balance, pacing the theme stuff out, focusing on what's working and kind of de-emphasizing the stuff that's really not getting you much. This area I don't mind. I think that yes, it's industrial, yes, it's kind of different from everything else, but it doesn't stand out to me that the way that vent area did. I think this because the vent area was right next to something that's really working for me. Like I'm really liking this. I think this is great. And then it leads into something where I'm not really feeling it. So all right. Overall, like I said, I think there's definitely enough good here to build on and work off of. But you just gotta. I would say this goes for in general for any level designer. Like study what feels good to you in your own level and be like, okay, well I really like areas like this where it's got a big theme piece right here on the wall, big, you can't miss it. It looks exactly like a piece of reference art. Study stuff like that and say this is working for me. And try to dial back the stuff where you're saying I don't know. Try and dial that stuff back. Just a thought. So that's studio. Let's see what else. What else are we looking at today? We looked at this. So let me check out my Twitter and see what else is going on over here. One sec, guys. So, have there been any requests for levels? DE Ligma, that sounds good. What about DE Candace? Promeus, okay. This is a request I got on Twitter. Gotta download the map. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. How do I download this? Download. Direct download. Oh, really nice colors. Oh, this looks cool. Oh, you know what? I have a piece of reference art that this reminds me exactly of. So, what am I, a CT? I'm a CT. Oh, this looks neat. This looks like a Mexican village, like a colorful South American village. I love the signage right on the wall, real clear. Love it so far, really good. Wow, this is dank. I like it. Wow, this map makes a great first impression. That's awesome. Oh yeah, simple bomb site. Wow, who sent me this? Hold on, let me find out. This was sent to me by Johan, Emil Johan Jespersen. He works for the GD Studio. Okay, I've heard of them. They're making that game Diabolical. Okay, so yeah, this guy's a professional level designer, and it's kind of showing because he's doing a lot of things right off the bat. He's got a simple shapes, a lot of elevation, nice bomb site. I really like this gray boxing style too. I don't think I've ever seen this where people are just using like. This does look like that game Reflex. It kind of reminds me of playing Reflex with the colors. So yeah, this person's a professional level designer, and it's they're I kind of can tell right off the bat. A lot of people will say like there's nothing wrong with being a hobbyist, but a lot of times when you're dealing with a professional, you can kind of tell from the quality of the stuff. It's usually a little bit more clear. So this is like Terra Spawn. I can pretty much already tell. Let me just make sure. Yep, Terra Spawn. Well, it's not just the fact that this is a gray box. It's the actual layout itself is really clear and concise and just very direct. A lot of elevation changes though and stuff that make it a little bit more sophisticated. So I'm coming over here towards, I don't have my radar on, but yeah, nice shapes here from corridor standpoint. I would say that this corridor, I'm naturally drawn to want to do something with this wall. I will say that. Just as my first point of critique. Let's see. Very interesting. Wow. So I would say have a little window here, but that's just my first impression. Coming back over here. So this is the B-bomb site. This kind of reminds me of another map. Have a nice window right there. I think would be nice. Come out here onto the bomb site. So there is some limited opportunity here for grenade use. It feels like it would be rather limited. Maybe if I'm over here, I can chuck a bunch of grenades over the top. Let's test that. Yeah, no problem there. Nice mid. This is the first area where I'm thinking it's not feeling right to me. Let me try to figure out why. So with CT, I'm here. Double doors at mid. So that's why it's not feeling right. This doesn't look like a route. You have a lot of this double doors going on where too much double doors. Let's get rid of these doors, I would say, or put them over here. Yeah, I think if you put them right here, it would add. I feel like the tension is misplaced. Like there's a lot of tension right here, but I feel like that tension needs to be right here. Because especially if you're a terrorist, it should be you're the side that's creeping around, creeping through double doors, not the CTs. The CTs should have free reign over this area. This is in counter-terrorist territory. Wow, pretty interesting this little area. It's a straight line from spawn. A little bit awkward. Does this wall need to be here? This giant orange wall? I almost feel the site would be better off without it. Interesting. I feel this is a little overly complicated. This T side. This T side feels a little bit much. So I'm coming over here. I mean, this is just pointless. So that's just confusing. This door is too narrow. And this is really, this is where it starts to lose me, I would say. Because I'm walking around, I'm going through here naturally. Now I'm going through here, and I'm just like, oh, just so overwhelmed with decisions I can go. And then even when I come over here, I turn a corner and there's a whole nother door there. And this is just this is very similar to what we had on that other map, where it's just like, I mean, I guess you would say this is like Sunroom, I guess, or it's just kind of, but Sunroom doesn't have a giant cargo container in front of it, and I think that's probably a good thing. So I would say probably get rid of this. I mean, overall, I think this is a strong map, but I think that the T side routing is so important. Can I get up in here? Oh, this is just for grenades. That's really cool. That's neat. But can I actually throw them? Yeah, I can from here. But it doesn't look like I can throw them. I would get rid of this orange wall and just allow me to come up here and just pew pew start shooting people. I think that'd be a lot of fun. So alright, kind of wrapping it up on this one. I'm over here, I'm spawning, I'm coming to the bomb site. This bomb site looks like it would just be a lot of fun to play. Yeah, I would love to see the double doors move to right here. I think that would be way better. Because also I'm in sight, right? I have an op, and I'm looking at this angle. Any T peeking that is going to have a very strong angle on me. Oops. So if I'm over here and I'm watching sight, what I'm really doing is watching this angle. Or I guess this angle. But mostly I'm focused on this, right? This is kind of like dust 2. This feels like dust 2. So I'm watching that angle. If I'm trying to play over here, I have to... A terrorist can really wide peek me. Like, he can go like this. He can kind of, like, close peek it, sneak around. I don't know. Especially with a flash or a smoke. Now all of a sudden you have no idea what's going on. Now I've crossed. So I think the double doors make it easy for us, for a CT to just throw one smoke, watch the push, but then T's can counter it, throwing nades over here, or peeking. I mean, you can start to see how this would be a pretty fun map, because you got a lot of different elevations going on, a lot of different angles you can potentially get shot from. Obviously this is an angle right now, but I would sort of advocate for it becoming one. I don't really like the tightness of this. See how it's kind of like tight here? It's kind of just like, oof, I feel claustrophobic. I would get rid of this corner here. Push it all the way back to be flush with this wall. And I've already mentioned that I do not like this cargo container. So I would just have the entrance be over here, and that way you don't have this this angle. Like if you got rid of the green box right now, you'd be able to see all the way down here, but if you move the door over here, you wouldn't be able to. It would fix that problem. This box, I do not think should be there. Literally would just delete it. This bomb site I don't have as many problems with. I think it would be just pretty simple right now. Probably a little bit, honestly, if I'm being honest, it would probably be a little bit dull. I would definitely get rid of this wall and put a little window right here. So then this guy can peek far, or he can peek close, and then maybe make the window a little bit on the higher side so that people can just go down here and not get seen. Yeah, overall very interesting map. This is probably the strongest map we've looked at today, from how much work and effort it would take to make something really fun in the shortest amount of time. I think this would be the strongest one we've looked at today. Just my opinion. Alright, let's see what else is on the list. Break. Could you give me some feedback on DE Highlands? Yeah, sure, I can do that. How are you doing, Rizzle? How's your day going? Break. Let's see, break. Break. DE break. Time to break your monitor. Oh no. Oh. So thanks for tuning in, guys. Hope you're enjoying this. It's just pretty much straight feedback. Doesn't get any more honest and straightforward than this. So MP round time 60. Let's dive in. So I have no idea what I'm doing. I just spawned into the level, and already I'm looking at a bomb site. I don't generally think that's a good idea, to be honest, but that's just me. Very tight right off the bat. A lot of corridors, a lot to learn, a lot to memorize. Let me show you what we're dealing with here. In order to make a right-hand turn, rather than just making the right-hand turn because this wall doesn't exist, we have to go all the way around. And now we're making a left-hand turn and we're going all the way around. I can kind of understand how this happens because as a level designer, what you're basically doing is you're saying, I want players to do this. I want players to go straight for a while, then I want players to turn right. Then I want players to go straight for a while, then I want players to turn left. And then I want players to go straight for a while, and then I want players to turn right. And I don't generally think that people are considering what the spaces that they're putting players in feel like. So when you come over here and I'm going right for a little while, and then I'm going straight for a little while, and then I'm going right for a little while, and I'm going straight for a little while. Generally speaking, you want to be careful with doing that too many times because it starts to set in and you start to go, uh, uh, what you're doing to players is you're putting them in a maze, and that's fine in some circumstances. But for the most part, I think you want to knock these walls down, knock them down, and open these areas up, and allow players to have a sense, like in this area, where you have some freedom to move around, you have some freedom to do different things, you have some freedom to explore different things, go in different areas, go in different directions. It kind of, the level is not, you know what it really is it's like the level is telling you what to do. It's like your level's your boss right here, and he's saying you better go right, you better go right, motherfucker, you better walk straight right now, you better make that right, you better walk straight right now. And it's just like, come on, dude, I want to just jump around and be free. So that's kind of how it feels, I guess. So now I'm gonna be a terrorist. Spawn over here. Okay, one thing right off the bat. So like if you look at the way malls are designed, you will not usually see malls with super straight, long tunnels because Americans don't like to walk. We like to ride little rascal scooters and little golf carts and things like that. So whenever you have these super long paths, I think you gotta be a little bit. You gotta chop those down a little bit. So it's like a mixture. You don't want to tell people exactly what to do, but you also don't want to make it like in order to get somewhere, it's gonna take them forever. I'm just a little bit confused. Like this part, I'm on board. Okay, it's like an intersection. But here, I'm a little overwhelmed. Again, it's just overwhelming. This kind of, I feel like this is the level. This is a layout you would use for um, for like cliffs in a valley, desert. Cavern. I feel like this is like what it reminds me of. Because it's like you're in these long corridors and then they open up, but they're kind of bendy. So that's kind of that's kind of the vibe I get from this. At least over here where it's just like, over here, where it's just like tight and bendy, and I guess this sand is probably contributing to that. It almost reminds me of like a Half-Life 1 aesthetic. I think the bomb site has some potential. I think this bomb site is kind of interesting. I just don't know how much strategy there would really be. I mean, if you throw a grenade, for instance, you can't throw grenades over this. Look at this tall effing wall. Look how tall it is. It's like daring you. Throw a smoke grenade at me. I dare you. Throw it. Nope. kind of how it feels to me. This is like mid, I guess. What a strange mid, but like I've been saying, strange is not necessarily bad. It might players. The thing about players is they will go along with strange. They're not gonna like say absolutely no to strange. It just has to be done well. That's something I used to think like players they'll never consider it. Like they'll say that I'm not gonna play it. It's weird. I'm done. I'm not gonna play it. But that's not actually how it works in my opinion. Players will play stuff that's weird. It just has to be good at the same time. It has to be weird and good. How the hell do you get up here? Alright, so I'm coming. You guys are so creative with the layouts you come up with. What the hell is this? What is this vent doing? Who's this vent for? So in other words, I'm a CT and I'm walking over here to get in this vent? No, can't be. This is definitely for T's who walk all this way. That's all you get. You walked all this way so that you could look through that tiny little hole. Look at this. Look at that. How long does this take? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I walked 10 seconds all the way to the enemy spawn so I could look through a hole that's like 128 units wide and 64 units tall. I don't know. I just don't think that's making any sense for me. This thing would have to be not only bigger, it would have to be taller, and it would have to be like up here. It would have to be like this width and up like here in order for that to be even remotely worth it or logical. I'm not sure the timings on this map work. I'd have to look at it. I kind of suspect they don't. Because look at this bomb site, it's like in the CT's pocket. The CTs realistically should be spawning like right here. That way they have equal access to both bomb sites. Pretty good timings. Although, wait a minute. The T's get here sooner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm pretty sure the T's get to that bomb site before the CTs do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh no, you hate to see it. Am I wrong? Is that where did the CTs spawn? The T's get to the bomb site before the CTs. Yeah, that might be an issue. That might be an issue, my friend. That might be an issue. I'm pretty sure in every Counter-Strike map that's ever been played ever, the CTs get to the bomb site before the T's. So, just an observation. Not canals. I'm not sure. New meta. T's are the ones defending now. That's right. The tables have turned. Well, I mean, that's a pretty big issue. I think that that would have to be fixed. That's something that playtesting would immediately reveal, because you'd be like, all right, guys, we're spawning in. Let's get ready to play. Let's get ready to play the map. Wait a minute, they just planted? They just planted the bomb. Anyway, that's it. I think that's good for this map. I think that this bomb site is interesting. I think a lot of the the kind of angles and elevation changes are fun. But you got to keep in mind the basics. The CTs have got to reach the bomb site at least 3 seconds before the Ts. And I would say that you don't want to have too many corridors. You want to open up. Think about areas like this more. I think they're a little bit better for you. And yeah, no, nothing fundamentally broken about this map, really. I mean, this is mid. I mean, well, there is something fundamentally broken, the timings. But other than that, I think from a top-down perspective, it makes sense. The other so the other big picture kind of critique is that none of these areas are communicating a theme to me. Like, I just kind of realized that I have no idea. I mentioned that maybe it might be like a desert valley type theme, but I have absolutely no idea what kind of level this would be. Which, I don't know, it can work, but it's also generally hard to just drop an art theme onto a level that doesn't have any kind of identity already. So like, I don't know. What does this look like to you guys? I'll let you decide. If you, let's say you're an environment artist and you are tasked with giving this level art, what would you do to this? Let me see what the chat thinks they would do. What kind of decoration would you put on this? Does anyone have any ideas? Back alley urban map. Children's play palace. I would do something modern. Almost urban. I don't know. I think it would be tough because I don't know, like, what is this? What is this communicate to you? The gray box. What does this feel like to you? I mean, it's hard to say, right? What would this be? I'm really not sure. I'm really not sure. I think when you do a gray box, you want to have a theme in mind, because I'm just not sure what this would be. I just don't have any ideas. I mean, what building or place in real life does this look like to you? I just don't know. So that would kind of be my closing thought, is like, even if this layout was perfect and even if this layout was amazing, I'm still not sure where I would take this as an artist, where I would take the art for this. I think it's just a blank canvas right now, which is tricky. It's not helping you out as an artist. It's not giving you any tools to kind of work with there. So I think Rizzle said he wanted me to look at Highlands. I think I already have this. I'm going to take a quick break. I'll be right back. And we'll take a look at this map, Highlands. Be right back. All right. Okay, let's check this map out. So I believe this map was originally by... Come here. I believe this map was originally by 3DNJ and I want to say Morose, which are two French level designers. Very talented ones at that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to crank those graphics up. This is a nice looking level. Doggo is named Bruce. He's not going to be in here for long. He doesn't like it in this room. It's too hot. It's too hot for him. He's got a thick coat. He's a thick boy. Is it done? It's taking forever. This might have been a bad idea. Okay. Yeah, I know that I'm probably not doing the anti-aliasing settings right. I don't really pay a lot of attention to that stuff. Alright, so this is, we got some, oops, I shouldn't have been looking there, because this is a nice looking level. Let's first of all give this little level its props. This is a nice looking level. I've looked at it before, so I know that. But since I was already immediately diving into critique, I mean, I might as well point out that this building is floating. And also that the mountains look kind of weird. London taxi. So it's smart to do things like this. Be like, hey, this map's set in London. Just in case you had any questions, we'll just make it really obvious for you. Yeah, it's nice. Like you can kind of just sit and just chill and be like, ah, oh, this isn't London, but it's Scotland. Okay, well that's something you don't want to do then. Is just give people the complete wrong idea. Look at it's jolly old London. So this is what I think of when I think of London. Chat is wise. Chat is picking up, calling bullshit immediately. This displacement's looking a little sharp. I've never seen ground that looks like this. Damn, don't touch that shit. That shit will cut you. Don't touch it, Bruce. Don't touch it. It's really sharp. It will hurt you. Don't touch it. Don't touch. But yeah, no, let's not beat around the bush. This is a nice looking level. This is a nice looking level. Damn, look at the size of this texture though. Dang, bro. Dang. Let's keep the textures in proper scale, please. 0.25. 0.25. I'm getting lost. I'm getting a little lost. I'm help. I need help. I need help, chat. I need help. I'm lost. Where's my guardian? I'm lost. I need an adult. Yeah, a little bit of a, I don't know. I guess the point is you're walking this way and we don't want to make you walk all the way over here. But I would just have this route lead me to here. But oh, look how it's doing it. It's coming to the right, and then you make a left, and then you make a right, and then oh no, there's a door in between so that you feel like you made the wrong choice if you don't know the map. Nope, not good. That's so cool. See, it's like the level kind of lost me, but now I'm back. Now I'm back. Look at this. Look how nice this looks. Dang, son. They lost me, and then they're bringing me back in. They're reeling me back in. I'm back in. I'm back in. I'm here. They got me. I'm here. But now they're kind of losing me again. See, look, this ground is so plain and white, and just kind of look at this. It's like can kind of tell it's not really popping. Not really popping. Again, it's like we're getting there. We're almost there, but we're not quite there. This looks strange. How it's like angled 45 degrees. What I would do, keep it all like this, and then do a displacement blend and start blending this out instead of having that angle. Nice vista there. A little bit of grass here or bushes or something would be nice, but solid vista. We love it. I'm not hearing anything. Are you guys hearing anything? I'm not hearing anything. I kind of wanted some sound here. This is supposed to be a pond, right? Or a little river inlet thing. What is this, a door for ants? Smack right on the top of your head. Getting some issues on that sign there. You guys picking up on that? Oh, there it is. I mean, there's some really nice parts of this map. Like, look, if you just take this in isolation right here, damn, look at that. Just look at that. Thumbs up. Big thumbs up. This map is DE Highlands. So, this is originally a map by two French level designers, but I think they stopped working on it and decided to hand it over to Rizzle, who's now working on it. So I definitely think that there's some work to go before I would say this map is like ready, but it's not bad. But yeah, I mean, just look at this in isolation and just be like, yeah, that's really nice looking. That's pretty dang solid. And oh wow, look at this, is looking great too. This area of the map is definitely rock solid visually. I'm stuck. Look, I'm stuck. I'm holding W. You can't see this, but I'm mashing W. I'm mashing it. I can't move forward. This is like blocking you. This looks great. Look. Thumbs up. Fantastic. Really nice. Looks great. So very uneven. Very uneven. Parts of this are looking really nice. For sure. But then you have something like this and it's like, I don't know. Maybe. Skybox is looking a little, I'm pretty sure, now I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure from inside the level, yep, you can see the way it's built. Simple fix, you just twist this rock, move this part more like right here. Simple fix. You also have this hole missing. Yeah, it just feels like a level that's not complete. It's pretty much how I would describe it, which, I mean, look, there's pretty good tip off that it's not complete. What is going on with this displacement? This is really strange. I've never seen this. I've never seen a displacement like this. It's like it's not blending at all or something. I don't know. I haven't even really looked at this from a layout standpoint. Let me just see whether this is even a good layout. Wait a minute, what does this say? Cemetery for soldiers, dogs. Uh-oh. Alright. Okay. So this is what, CT spawn? So you come over here. How long does it take me to get to the bomb sites? Where are the bomb sites? I don't even know. Where are the is this a hostage map? Where are the bomb sites? Keep in mind, I'm walking from CT spawn. So I still have not seen a bomb site. Am I going crazy? Has anybody seen a bomb site? I'm calling to report 2 missing bomb sites. Where the F are the bomb sites? Where are the bomb sites? I don't get it. I mean, I guess I could turn the radar on, but don't you think that you should be able to identify where the bomb sites are without using the radar? I bet you this is a bomb site. This has got to be, right? This over here. Damn, what the F? I literally have to turn on radar to find the bomb sites. And there's no radar. Oh, rip! Oh my god. Holy shit. We're gonna find the bomb sites. I'm gonna literally walk around the whole map. Watch how we're gonna do this. Is this a bomb site? 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 What about this? What about this? We're gonna find it, guys. We're gonna find the bomb sites, I swear. What about this? Is this light pole a bomb site? I think this light pole's a bomb site. I'm not listening to chat. I don't care if chat thinks this is not a bomb site. I think it is. What about this plant? Oh, for sure. Oh, come on. I'm holding plant. I planted in the plant. Rotate, rotate. Rush plant, rush plant. Rush B, rush B. Beep, 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 beep. Guys, I don't know where the bomb sites are. This must be a bomb site, right? Looks like a bomb site. This is bike? This bike is a bomb site for sure, though. For sure. Nope. These bottles? Where is the effing bomb site? I'm not trolling. I literally can't find it. I'm looking. This is an earnest attempt to find the bomb sites. They probably, you know what? They might just not have done it yet. There was a big A to the bomb site A. There's a big A that points to bomb site A. Big A. Okay, A. So is this the bomb site? Ah, we found it. Damn, that's a long walk to a bomb site. Alright. Let's do the counting. What's the counting guy from Sesame Street? Let's count. 1, Mississippi. 2, Mississippi. 3, Mississippi. 4, Mississippi. 5, Mississippi. 6, Mississippi. 7, Mississippi. 8, Mississippi. 9, Mississippi. 10, Mississippi. 11, Mississippi. Oh, sorry. It's taking too long to get here, guys. Too long. 12 seconds. that's a long time. At least it feels long on this map because you're not really engaging with the enemy, like unless they're, I don't know. I don't know. Too long. Takes too long. Let's see where the other bomb site is. Maybe the other one's a little bit closer. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi, 6 Mississippi, 7 Mississippi, 8 Mississippi. This is where I thought it was. I would have bet money that this is where it was. 9 Mississippi, 10 Mississippi, 11 Mississippi, 12 Mississippi, 13 Mississippi. Well, the other bomb site was 12 Mississippi, so that means it's got to be like somewhere around here to make any logical sense, but I don't think it is. 13, 14, blah, blah, blah. So it's really far away, we know that much. Let's see. Is it over here? Where the hell is it? Oh, it's this. Oh, okay, that makes sense. But how do I get here as a T? God damn. Holy shit. So the best way to get to that bomb site looks like it's the same best way to get to the other bomb site. So that begs the question, what the hell is all that other stuff for? So in other words, none of this stuff is necessary at all for the layout. Like it's not. I mean, the bomb site's up there to the left. Bomb site's up there. What am I doing over here? What is the point of being over here? Other than just going on an enormous flank. Alright, I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say that the bomb site should be like right here. And I know that this looks great, but it's pointless for the layout, so. And wow, I don't know if I would enjoy. Oh, this is a nice texture. That's a nice texture. I like that texture. I think that's a custom texture. It looks good. Sorry, I got distracted. I don't know if I would like fighting that. So the biggest problem with this map is that there's no mid. There's a bomb site where mid should be. And where the other bomb site should be, there's no reason to go over there at all. So from a layout standpoint, it doesn't really make a lot of sense. But it looks great. Gotta give it that. So yeah, I think that's all the levels that I had scheduled or that people asked me to look at. I see N now live. Can you check out my block out and give me feedback? Sure. Do you want to link it on my Twitter and I'll download it and check it out? Do this a monthly thing. I honestly might do it more than monthly. I might. Oh, you don't have it. I don't know. I'm not sure we can whitelist Twitch links. Do one of my mods want to help you out with that? And now live? Endrit Workshop. Yeah, no problem, Rizzle. I would just say the biggest problem is definitely the layout, for sure. The graphics are fine. Like, the graphics are probably, with minor tweaks, good enough to be in the game, but the layout, I don't know. Nouns. Check mine on Twitter. Okay. Okay, so I just found 2 more people had messaged me on Twitter, so that's 2 more maps we can look at. And I just found your map, Nouns, Birthstone. So let's look at that one right now. Let's check it out. Actually, it might not be downloaded yet. I'm gonna have to look at the other ones first. It takes a while to reload in. Whoops. I'm gonna have chat open. Take a look at Sub-Zero. It's a great map. Would like your opinion on that one. No, dude, it's shit. I ban that guy. I will never look at that map. Feel free to roast me. It's a newbie. I'm a newbie. I just did it for the fun of it. I would never roast you, Nouns. Alright, let's check this out. Workshop maps. I wish it would just like pop up. I don't know. I'm not used to this new. Oh, they're here on the bottom? Why would they be on the bottom? They should be on the top. I played Sub-Zero against bots, but they would always get stuck outside the vent. Yeah, I'm gonna update the map soon with a better better nav mesh. All right, so I believe, I'm not sure, but I believe this is a Wingman map. Any updates about the caching mechanic? I see 3 of the same questions. It's going great, guys. It's going great. It's going fantastically. But today I'm kind of focused on other people's maps, trying to help people out. Hopefully, impart some of the, like, I've made a lot of mistakes as a level designer over the years. A lot of mistakes. So if I can save you guys aggravation of literally making the exact same mistakes that I have, then I think we all kind of come out of that feeling good. So this is a, let me just figure out what map I'm on. What map am I on? I'm on Nouns' map, right? Can anyone help me out with this? I'm gonna clearly say what map I'm on. Alright, I'm gonna just literally exit this. I wanna have a better announcement of what I'm doing when I'm doing it. Delta. This is Delta, a Wingman map, and I want to find out who made this. Let me just pull this up. So Delta is a Wingman map by Madsen FX, and I think it is private right now, or not a lot of people have looked at it yet. So let's get an early peek here. Okay, it's a Wingman map, which means it's small, which means it's going to be kind of tricky to review, quite frankly, because you kind of, it's kind of hard to get a sense of what the timings will be and everything else, but we're going to give it our best shot here. So I'm a CT and I spawn here. I have 2 choices, left or right, which is always good, but I'm getting a little lost from the corridors. But I can kind of tell that this person is a little bit more experienced with the editor, that the surfaces feel a little bit more thought out. There's trim. Whenever you see trim like this, that's like a dead giveaway that somebody's like not brand new to the editor, because they're thinking a little bit. They're thinking with portals a little bit. All right, so I'm moving along here. This is the T side. I really like this. This feels great. So I want to see this become like a either industrial, like North Korea type facility, or like a castle. I don't know. It's just what I would. This looks fun. Can I do this? Yay! Now am I back in CT spawn? Very good. Okay, so I think I've already kind of figured out the layout. Seems pretty simple. It's definitely a snow map. Alright, so I haven't completely figured it out. I'm a T and I come over here. Russian prison vibes. Yeah, I get that for sure. Russian prison, that's one place you never want to be. It's one place you never want to be. Coming over here. I'm still having trouble forming a mental image of this layout. I think it's the lack of textures. Let me see. Or maybe my brain is just fried from looking at too many levels today. Let's see. Okay, I think I understand what's going on here. So basically the T's spawn here. You come over here. You can either walk up this door and get into sight pretty quick, or you can take this route and kind of, I mean, the problem with this is that they're both on the exact same axis. In other words, if I'm an opper holding right here, I have both angles covered. I'm just like, alright, he's peeking there, dead. Another one peeking there, dead. Probably I would play right here, make it a little bit easier. So, seems like it would be a little CT-sided at the moment. What am I missing over here that would balance it out for T's? Over here, T's can go either this way. Oh, it's all one route. So basically the problem I'm seeing with this layout is that T's have very limited options. Like they can either come over here, which is all on one end, and a CT can just literally hold like this, or the CT, this is spawn. The CT can come to the left and hold this, and that's the other only way that the T's can enter the bomb site. Now maybe the fact that it's 2 players, I gotta keep that in mind. It's only 4 players in total for this Wingman game mode. So basically 1 player, now that might be exactly what you want, frankly, because then you have 1 player over here, and you have 1 player over here. And then they just have to duel it out. You know what? I actually think that I was wrong about what I was saying before. I think that this is probably be a solid Wingman map, because at the end of the day, it's only a 4-player map. So it needs to be kind of simple and straightforward to a certain extent. Yeah, I'd have to playtest it, but I don't see anything immediately wrong with this layout. No. Well, one thing that would really help is having arrows, I guess. Can't the T's plant hidden in the stairs where the orange-blue turf is? Let's test that out. What you going, Popeye? You too hot? Yeah. Okay. It's hot in here. He likes to sit on the tile. It's nice and cold. So let me see. I can just plant right here. Yeah. I don't see anything wrong with that though. Yeah. I don't see anything wrong with that. Although, look at this. This goes all the way down. But you can only wallbang through this top part. It's a little bit misleading. Because if I'm sitting here, I'm spamming all this. But only these top parts are going through. Just something to consider. Now, I don't see anything immediately wrong with this map that makes me think, oh no, this would not work. It's not like the T's get to the bomb site before the CTs or anything like that. I think that this should be a window though. You can throw nades from like here, throw them up here into this room. I don't know what you're going for visually, but I don't like when doors or elements are stuck directly in the corner. I'd rather see this door move to like right here. Now on the one hand, it allows players to crouch on either side of the door, close. But I just think it looks weird when you have a door that's like shoved in the corner like that. How much time would I need to get into mapping with the Hammer editor? I'm really tempted, but afraid I don't have the time to really put enough passion into learning it. Well, I'm hoping that this channel can be a big shortcut for people, um, especially as I start to live stream more of me actually working, so that you won't have as many big questions about like what you're doing. It should be hopefully a little bit more clear. Zenith Esports says maybe the door should be in an angle. Yeah, I mean, I just don't like it in the corner here. I don't think that and also two doors. That's interesting because it does give you twice the audio cue. Like maybe I would play like mind games and I would just open the first door twice, make it sound like I'm opening two, although they have different sounds. I don't know. There would be a lot of mind games with the door sounds, probably. It's an interesting map. It seems a little bit simplistic, but I guess, like I said, for Wingman, it kind of has to be. I think unless this map looked fantastic, I'm not sure that I would pick it to go into CSGO just because the layout is really, really simple. So I would say unless you started to make it a lot more weird, or on the other hand, unless it just looked amazing when you're done with it, I'm not sure that I would pick it to go into CSGO personally, just because of how kind of simple the layout is. Like, it's kind of just go to the left, have a firefight here, simple angle, or go to the right, or yeah, I mean it'd be the right from CT spawn, but go to the left and you have just this firefight. I mean it's kind of flat, right? I mean this is maybe 64 units of elevation here. So I don't know. Me personally, I just think it's a little too simplistic to go into CS:GO with this kind of layout, but that's the only thing I would ding it for and say maybe it should be better. Alright, let's check out some of these other maps. Quaint, gray box. Now let's find out who that's from. That is from Mapping Bread. So the best kind of bread, obviously. Ooh. Mapping Bread. Check it out. Asus Extreme. Will Valve update cache on the main servers when you're finished with remaking it? I don't know. I guess it depends on whether I completely fuck everything up. That's always a big question, right? Let's see. Let's see. So I'm a CT spawn. Is this a Wingman map as well? Let me see what this map is. This is just a regular bomb defusal map, apparently. So this is a regular bomb defusal map. I'm a CT. I'm going to the right, and oh no, this is a closet bomb site. Alright, alright. I haven't given up completely. Haven't given up hope completely yet. Very tight. Very tight. Coming over here. Oh, that's cool. I love this. Somebody was not driving properly. Somebody was drunk driving. You hate to see it. I love this boat. This is my boat. I want my name on this boat right here. Belongs to me. I still don't know where the other bomb site is. Maybe it's this. Wait, is this a Wingman map? I only see one bomb site. Where's B? Ay. Night ND. Are Cache 2.0's textures going to have the same quality like Dust 2's or new Nuke / Infernos? It's going to be better. Shots fired. Shots fired. Nah, I'm just kidding. Let's see. I don't know. I think this has to be a wingman map. I'm only seeing one bomb site, so I think it's not labeled as a wingman, but it is. Okay, so that changes my calculations a little bit. So I was thinking before, like, this would be a pretty wacky bomb site, but if it's wingman, I guess wacky's is kind of the point. Nah, this could actually be pretty fun. So you spawn here. I think this is good fun. So you spawn here. You come over to a bridge. You're doing firefight. Yeah, this would be a fun map. This is a simple fun map. This would be a lot of fun actually. So you spawn here, and then 3, 2, 1, the engagement has begun. Right here with this guy, or with somebody up there, or I wonder if they can even come over here. No, they cannot. Well, they actually. I don't think this angle should exist. I think you should wall this off, because then otherwise, this is the angle I'm playing. Oh, you didn't think I could peek from right here? Boom, kill you. Do you have motion blur on? I don't know. You tell me. You tell me. Yeah, I have it on. No, this seems like a fun map. I mean, it'd be a lot of fun to try to defuse around this bad boy of a bomb site. This is a good map. Good layout. Good gray box. Thumbs up. I'd give it an 8 out of 10. The only problem with the gray box, as I can see, is that these models are black. But I don't see anything wrong with the layout. The only problem, I guess, theoretically, would be just the tightness of this room. But like I said, it's a wingman. The kind of idea is to be a little bit out there and kind of have some fun with it. So I don't see any problems with this. Feeling good about this one. This would be another. This would be so much fun to be over here. Like, how do I get there though? How do I get over there? Come over here. Oh, this is cool. So they can't even see me. Oh, this is neat. Solid. 2 thumbs up for this one. Is called DE Quaint. I wouldn't say it's quaint. I would say it's neat. I would say it's neat. But this is like the ideal. This is like the platonic ideal of a great wingman level, in my opinion. Because unlike the last level where it was a little bit like flat and the kind of engagements were a little bit like standard and kind of what you would expect, this layout, it's got a lot of different kind of weird engagements like this that you would just not see in most maps. It's got a lot of variety in terms of like long range, close range, medium range. So this is probably, honestly, for its own sake, this is probably like the best map we've looked at today. I would have to say, overall, probably the best one we've looked at today. And also look at the sound cues you're gonna get from down here. Being down here is gonna give you a nice sound cue. Plus, I'm a sucker for bridges in general. I think they're pretty neat. So, yeah. I'm actually going to upgrade this from an 8 out of 10 to a 9 out of 10. I'm going to say 9.5 out of 10. I'm not seeing anything that I hate about it. And I'm seeing a lot of stuff that I really like about it. So, let's give a credit to Mapping Bread. Strong bread. Absolutely the best bread. I'm breaking my gluten free for this map. Absolutely. Strong marks for this stuff. Not even supposed to be a wingman map. Then make it a wingman map. Drop everything. This should be your main focus. Drop everything. Make it a wingman map. It's fantastic. Very good. Alright, so now I'm hedging. Now I'm saying, should this be the bomb site? Right here on this bridge? But no, this is interesting. This is different. Yeah, okay, so this is a problem. This is a problem. You gave me enough time, and I started to find the flaws. So the problem is the positioning in CT spawn is so strong that the bomb is not often going to get planted. Like T's will, in order for the T's to plant the bomb, they're realistically going to kill the guy here, and probably kill the guy here, thus making it pointless to plant the bomb. Simple solution. Simple solution. Just move the bomb site to right here, and then T's should more often plant the bomb. Okay, simple fix. That'll take it from a 9 to a 10. Because I don't think it can be a 9 with this, the bomb site essentially being in CT spawn. Alright, hope that helps. Now we're looking at birthstone. Let's see who made birthstone. I was nouns, I think, from chat. Okay, so I'm spawning in. I can tell I'm going to be doing a lot of walking already, which I don't love. I don't love. A lot of walking. Like I said, I'm an American. I want a rascal scooter, or I just want to slip and slide on my belly to wherever I'm trying to go. I do not want to walk. My legs are here for show only, not to be used. Out of curiosity, are you working alone on the remake? Yes, just me. So, over here is an A bomb site. This reminds me a little bit of Cobble's bomb site, eh? Or no, that's B, I think. Oh, Cobble's bomb site B. Look at this light. Oof. My shade's on. So this to me just shouts like standard. This just feels standard to me. Like it feels like a standard map. Nothing wrong with that. So I'm coming over here. One entrance for the T's. Let's see. Can I break this? I cannot break this, but I can see, and I can go in this area. Thought I was gonna do it. So, I guess you would call this mid. I guess you would call this mid right here because you can kind of go left or right. This would be like probably the proper mid. So nothing wrong with this, fundamentally. It just seems very standard. Like, mid, left, right. I mean, of course, the problem with trying to make a standard map is that there are a lot of popular standard maps already. It's not that there's anything fundamentally wrong with what you're doing. It's that the question is, are you going to be able to convince people not to play Dust 2, Cache, Mirage, Inferno, and to play this instead? And I don't know if that's gonna work out for you because there's just a lot of those types of maps already. So you can definitely throw a lot of nades and stuff into this site, which is cool. I didn't know this texture had an invap. That's cool. Hmm. Yeah, it's just really, really straightforward. Nobody could possibly be confused playing this map. Like, it would be impossible to not understand this map if you've ever played Counter-Strike once in your life. Because it's just literally the map. So here's one issue. Like, you have, how many entrances are there into this bomb site? One T entrance into a bomb site is usually not enough. It's usually not acceptable. What that would end up doing is making this part of the map really used a lot. Like, it would be really used a lot. It would be a lot of firefights. So one thing you might not realize is like if I put a bot right here, then I have an op. See that? Basically what you're doing is you're creating a headshot angle because you have two slopes like this, and they're separated like that. So then one person, I'm trying to illustrate it with my hands, but the problem is I only have two hands. One person comes up the slope here and just does a little head peek. Like, they're peeking up, but only enough where you can see their head. And then they shoot, and then they fall back. They shoot, and then they fall back. They shoot, and then they fall back. So you have to be really careful when you have ramps as part of angles that you can peek for this reason. That's pretty much true in any first-person shooter game. So that would be a big issue with this mid, especially given how important it is. You just have, basically what you'd have is this is what playing this map would be like. Just to give you a preview. Oh, I'm dead from that guy. Now I'm dead from that guy. Oh, now I'm dead from that guy. Oh, now I'm dead from that guy. So that's kind of the issue with doing that. I don't like when door passages are this tight. And then you have this angle on the mid as well. So really what I think ought to happen is that you enter mid from here, and then you come over this way, and then also from here you have a little bit of a platform onto the site. But see, the problem with doing that is that you're basically, again, just creating a pretty standard Counter-Strike map. I would encourage you to think a little bit more out of the box. Not that you have to, you can do whatever the hell you want, but if it was me, I would say try to mix it up. You have a standard 3-lane map here, which is fine, but is there any way you can make it a little bit more weird or mix it up a little bit? Because fundamentally there's nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it. But it might be possible to challenge yourself as a designer to be like, well, what can I do that would be a little bit different from everybody else? Alright, let's see what else we got. We have a Wingman map up next. It's unnamed Wingman map. Okay, I have to pull it up. I'm gonna have to turn on some air in here. It is redonkulous. It is redonkulous. Here, hi, baby. So this is a Wingman map, and it is by Omega Lol. Omega Lol. Okay, unnamed wingman map. Let's see what we think. Okay. Alright, so I'm a CT, I'm moving forward. Now I can move to the left. Can I get up here? Not sure? I don't know, I'm confused. I need an adult. I'm still not sure what to think. Ah, you know what? It's probably another boost. You guys love boosts. You guys are loving the boosts. That's T-spawn? Wow, okay. This map is tiny. This map is tiny. Okay, any moment now. Wow, this map is so small. This might be the smallest map I've ever looked at. So that's it. Now I'm back in CT spawn. Dang. I think that's a little too small, my friend. I think it's a little too small. Do you think it's too small for a wingman map? Yeah, I do. A little bit, for sure. I would say, like, triple the size of this. Triple the size. Not enough meat on this cheeseburger. I mean, it's pretty simple fundamentally. It's just like a little circle design with one half of the circle being elevated, the other half of the circle being on a decline. So pretty simple, pretty straightforward, but just so small, so small. All right, guys, do we have any other levels to review, or is that it? Are we done looking at levels? You posted one on Twitter. Okay, great. Let's check it out. Let's see what we got. Let's check it out. Are you Nathan? Let me check here. Are you Nathan? And now live? I PM'd you on Twitter as well. I feel like I'm not seeing these. Alright, you know what? Tell me the names of the levels. Tell me the names of the levels. Make it a little bit easier. Archaic, Travestier, and Alien. Did you PM me, or was it in a message? I might have to refresh. Okay, found it. It's not popping up. It's not popping up. Just message me. Oh, you said you don't have a Twitter? Okay. We'll figure this out. I'll use my amazing Google skills. You messaged on Twitch. Okay. Yeah, Twitch messaging doesn't work apparently. Bushizi, do you want to message me? Or shit, you can't do that. I linked one on Discord. Alright guys, I think I have those now. I'm gonna have to re-minimize though. Alright, let's check this out. Great thumbnail. Off to a good start there. Oh. Moody lighting right off the bat. It's like deserty. Okay, so I'm a CT. I'm charging through mid, I suppose. Invisible wall. It's gotta be T-spawn right here. Graveyard. You don't see those too much. You don't see those very often. F and Pone, do you want to complain about the fake scam workshop maps, advertising free skins and such so we can clip it, put it on Reddit, and have the devs notice? I mean, if they don't know. Alright, so T-spawn. I told myself I wouldn't rant and rave today. You know. Let's see. So this is the A-bomb site. It's kind of confusing because it looks like this is where you would plant. Can I plant up here? So this is the only where you can plant. I think that's a little bit misleading from the art, personally. So now I'm going to B. There's no reason that bomb sites have to be so tight. Like, if you look at the radar, what I'm available to plant in is, I can't even plant right here, right? I can only plant in this, under this covered shade thing, I'm pretty sure. I can plant over here a little bit. Anyway, you could have a bigger bomb site. You could have a bomb site that's like almost this entire, like, that would be fine. That would be a fine size for a bomb site. It doesn't have to be so small. I'm pretty sure this is another map where the T's only get one entrance into the bomb site. No, they get two actually. Wow, this would be a very, very, very strong entrance for the T's. Right? Where the T's start? Yeah, no, it would be. It would be because if I have an op, and I come over to here, I have to watch this, but this is just a very powerful position. I think, you know, like what Mirage does is they give you positions like this, but a lot of times they'll put a window here, like, so you have to hop through. It's not so free. And I also feel like it's a mistake to have two entrances to the bomb site on the exact same plane like this. It should be a window here, So you jump out this way. So now I'm in sight. I'm watching this angle, and this angle. That's pretty fun. That's pretty good stuff. That's pretty good stuff. And you come over to this bomb site. Let me see. I'm playing as a CT, right? T over here. This entrance, most people are not going to notice this entrance. They're not going to see that it exists, because what they're going to do, players never look behind them. That's the first thing. Players will walk this way. They'll keep walking this way, and they'll think this is the only entrance. Who on my stream was like thinking, "Hey, look to the left behind you"? No one. No one was doing that. So yeah, I think this bomb site could be really cool if you have like a graveyard and you're playing behind the headstones as part of like cover. That'd be. I haven't seen that actually. I don't think I've ever seen that in a map. That'd be pretty neat. But I don't think that this is a natural plant site. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense. This is a natural area like chicken coop on cobble, where it's like you hide here, and it's just kind of off to the side. Not sure what the point of this is really, because I would personally get kind of bored playing in a position like this, even though it would be a really strong position strategically, because it's just like I just want action. I don't want to sit in a corner all day. Like strategically, this is a really strong position on the map, and T's should play it to cut off rotates, but I would just get bored playing that. What you ought to do is close this off, and then you can leave this. That's fine. But really, this is another map where it just feels like it's kind of a standard 3-lane map. It's kind of fundamentally right, which is good, and sometimes it's hard just to do something that's fundamentally right. But is it gonna impress anyone? I don't think so from a design standpoint. And you have an invisible wall here, which I would caution against. So again, there's nothing wrong with this map. Fundamentally, it would be fun to play. It would be enjoyable. Because Counter-Strike is just versatile like that. Like it's you can put any kind of map layout, and as long as it's fundamentally the timings are fundamentally kind of right, it's still gonna be fun to play, because that's just Counter-Strike. That's just how it is. It's a fun map. It's a fun game to play, and it's very flexible with the kind of maps you can do. But I'm not sure that that flexibility is really being explored with this. It's doing some things right, like you have an angle there that the T's can choose to peek or not to peek. So there's like some layers of sophistication here, but essentially it's pretty simple. Yeah, not a whole lot to say about this one. It's another map that just feels like pretty standard. Not much to even really comment on. It's just like kind of flat, kind of 3-laney, and kind of simple bomb sites. So I'd say, you know, just now that you've done that, and now that you have kind of a solid foundation, you can kind of mix it up. Ace Extreme, in the chat, a big discussion going on about 3 sites on a map. Your opinion? It just really would require adding more players. Like it would be a 7-player game at that, or 7-team game, 7-player team at that point. You couldn't do it with 5, because then one of the bomb sites would be free. Unless they were really strong bomb sites for the CTs, in which case it might not be that much fun to play. I don't know. It would be different. It'd be different, because you would have, if you have 3 bomb sites, that means it's going to be easier to plant unless you make the bomb sites stronger for the CTs. In which case, what's going to probably end up happening is 5 players go into one bomb site and get killed by like 1 or 2 CTs, which is probably not that much fun. And yeah, offensively, if you do kill the one player that was holding the bomb site, then you have the bomb site for free. And if you're the player that's unlucky enough to be playing the C bomb site, now you have to rotate all that way. What about two bomb sites almost connected and one bomb site farther away? It's the same problem. It's the size of the map is the issue. Look, I'm pretty convinced at this point that Counter-Strike formula is a lot more flexible than we think. Like, you could do a 3 bomb site map. You'd have to do a lot of different concessions, like rotates would have to be sped up somehow, maybe with like a vent drop and a ladder. You know, I believe in the flexibility of Counter-Strike evidently more than a lot of people do, because I even think that the way the game is right now is too sort of standard, and they're not really exploring a lot of things they could be exploring, personally. My opinion. So that was Trastevere by Forsaken. I didn't see anything fundamentally wrong with it. It just felt a little bit simple. And the other map, what we're going to look at is Archaic by Endrit. Archaic by Endrit. Wait, did somebody say free skins? Shit. I need those. Badly. Free skins? Oh shit. Free skins? It's good. It's good news. Didn't work. Alright, so this map is Archaic by Endrit, and we are starting on the T side. I usually start on the CT side. Big spawn, but it doesn't look like I have to walk that much. Big spawn. I guess this is like a train station or something. Big spawn. This kind of reminds me of a different map. Getting a little bit lost, getting a little bit confused, but not too bad. Manageable. Spawns look a lot like each other. I'm guessing this is like a train station or streets, something of that nature. So now I'm in CT spawn. I'm going towards A. Let's see. Now there's water. Boxes everywhere. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, that's sad. I almost did it. Damn, that door opens hella slow. Watch this. Whew, that's slow. That is very slow. Alright. I'm walking. I just want to see mid. I just want to see mid right now. Take mid to mid. This is mid. Man, it's just so big. This doesn't feel like Counter-Strike. This feels like, I don't know what this feels like. It feels big. Look at this. I mean, this kind of reminds me of like Day of Defeat. Yeah, exactly. Chupika. Chupika's reading my mind right now. It feels like Day of Defeat. It feels like you have a big rifle, with no scope, and you're just going pop, 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 pop. That's what it feels like to me. I'd say the map size just feels... You know what? Easy way to fix this. Just take the whole map and scale it down like 25%. That's what I would say. That's what I would say. Because it just feels oversized right now. Interesting bomb site. I mean, pretty interesting in the sense that there's a door that's like in a hallway that leads to the bomb. I've never seen that before. Look at this. Look at this room. Look at this fucking room. I'm gonna put a room just like this in my next map. Look at this. There's nothing in there. This is where you stuff people. This is prison right here. Get in the room. Get in the room. It's like a prison. So you come over here, plant in here. There could be someone in this. It's weird. I like it. It's weird. I like it. Just a little too big. That's the only criticism. I think that'd be a fun bomb site. Like I said, Counter-Strike is so flexible. Like, it's just so flexible. You can do whatever you want. As long as the timings make sense and the angles aren't completely broken, I think you have a ton of freedom. Ton of freedom as a designer to do whatever you want. So I think this would be perfectly fine. I mean, it's kind of strange, but on the one hand, like, areas like this allow you to not always just use an AK-47 and have that be the best weapon that you can use. Maybe you use a Mag 7 right here and it's actually the best gun for the situation, so it's kind of interesting. Long corridors like this, generally, I'm not a huge fan of. Like, the map just feels so big. Areas like this just make everything feel huge. Like, walking down like this is just overwhelming. Overwhelmingly large. Yeah, I don't see anything fundamentally wrong with this other than the size being a little bit large. I haven't really looked at the B side at all. Stairs like this are kind of a no-no when you have like a staircase that's like this is like under 45 degrees. This is like, I don't know, it's like a 65-degree corner. Yeah, staircases on this map seem to be an issue. Like, what you ought to do with this staircase is break it in two. Cut it, chop it in half, extend it out to like right here, and then put this bottom half going this way, going down this way. I did it on Sub-Zero and Akon. Same thing. So this is the B bomb site. Let's check this bomb site out. Very different from the other bomb site. You love to see that. You love to see bomb sites that are completely different. You don't love to see obvious... Let's see. Let's see, guys. Do you think he's trying to block visibility? I can't tell. What do you think? What do you guys think? Is he trying to block visibility right here? I'm not sure. I can't tell. La-di-da-di-da. Alright, guys. I'm opping the B site. I'm gonna op the B site. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Can't see anything. Uh-oh. Guess I'm out of here. Look at this tumor that's just like, bloop. I mean, honestly, as funny as it is, as funny as that angle is, like, there's nothing wrong with it. You could definitely do that. You just have to sell it with the art. I mean, it's funny. It's funny. I mean, but sometimes stuff like this makes levels fun. Like, like, oh my god, really? The level design is blocking visibility like that? And then, you know, but it's a fun map to play. Why not? Nothing wrong with it. Yeah, I think the map seems fine. I think the map seems fine. Just too big. Shrink it down. Uniform, shrink, and I think you'd be good. Take the map, take the entire map, do transform, scale, 0.75, and I think you have something fine. You could make that a balcony or something with wood on it that's wall bangable. Yep, absolutely could. Yeah, I don't see anything fundamentally wrong with this map. Just too big, but that's not a hard problem to fix, really. And I think the layout's actually pretty interesting. Although it is kind of standard, I feel like it's offering a lot more variety than like some of the maps we've looked at where they're just kind of flat. There's a lot of variety, there's a lot of interesting elements. Like, this is hilarious. He's still in there. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, he's still in there? I forgot about this guy. It does remind me of part of Santorini, for sure. I probably was about thinking about problems in the same way. Like, oh, I need to block visibility. Let's just stick it out, and, you know. It's simple, but it gets the job done, you know. Alright guys, I think I am going to call it on that. Am I missing anybody's levels? Did I miss anybody's levels? Did I get to every single person who asked for me to look at your levels? Gage Sorrel. Alright, let's check it out, Gage. Where's your level? Did you link me on Twitter? I tweeted. Alright, let's find it. Let's find it. Looks like I got a couple more. Alright, so we're going to do 5 more levels. And then I think I'm going to call it. Five more levels. And then I think that's it. I did just remove my booster seat. Now, I was sitting on a phone book, actually. Alright, let's get to it. Let's bang these levels out. Let's check them out. I hope this helps you guys. I really do. That's the only reason we're doing this. Just to help you guys out. Hopefully give you some feedback you can use. Something that you can immediately use for your own levels. That's the idea. These are going to be quick. These are going to be rapid fire. I'm going to rapidly go through these. Do you plan on scheduling your streams? Schedules make healthy streams. Yeah, I think we'll do every Wednesday. Probably every Wednesday we'll do it. Just kind of depends on what people want. How is Wednesday for everybody? Is Wednesday a good day, or was Wednesday not a good day for people? +1 for Wednesday. So, right now, we're looking at, it's called Vermeil Roche, and it's by Seb. Code TV, new cache early, mid, or late 2019. I understand that you can't make promises, but if you had to guess. I have no idea. I have 3 rooms done. That's all I can tell you. So Vermeil Roche, let's check this out. I think I've looked at this one for the MapCore contest. CT, come over here. There's like 20 something rooms I have to do, and I've done 3, so it's not like that far into it, but at the same time, getting pretty far into it. Hmm. I guess this is T spawn. T's come over here. neat idea for a bomb site. To be honest, I'm not really sure what to make of this because I don't think there's anything wrong with the layout, but I just feel like the graphics are a lot to take in. Like, it's kind of overwhelming. But it's not, I think it's actually been improved since I last looked at it. I remember it being, I mean, it's definitely a lot better than when I last looked at it. That's for sure. A lot of colors, which is not a bad thing. Not a bad thing at all. I mean, really all I would say is that they need to work on their environment art and try to tone down the colors, I guess. Basically it. From a layout standpoint, seems like a lot of the maps we've looked at today, it's like pretty straightforward. What the hell? No way. What the hell? You're not gonna be able to see anybody. Wow. So in other words, I've never seen an angle like this. That's so funny. So just you camp here basically with an op, and then when the poor sucker tries to go up a ladder, you just blast them. Pretty unique. Never seen anything like that. Yeah, I would say the biggest issue with this one for me is just environment art, and that's honestly going to be so hard to critique, guys, unless you are already at a pretty high level. It's going to be so tough to give you the kind of targeted environment art feedback that you need. It's going to be really difficult. I don't know. That's a tough one, man. I think if you want, the best feedback I can offer you is like, let's come to this bomb site for example. So what would I do if it was me to like fix this? I would probably pick a color for the flowers that are not green. And then also for the green, you want to standardize the colors there. and make it one shade of green. So I guess what I'll do is I'll kind of show you what I mean by this. Take this into Photoshop for you. It's not letting me close Counter-Strike. I literally can't close Counter-Strike, boys. Boys and girls, I can't close it. You have a problem. That's not good. Frozen. Frozen solid. You love to see it. I don't know what to do right here. I have absolutely no idea what I'm supposed to do to fix this. Help! Help! Help me! What do I do? Control Shift Escape. Let's try it. See if it works. Nope. Oh wait, it did kind of do something. Oh, this is something at least. All right, I have a question for the control. How do you move a task manager from one monitor to another? How do you do that? Control R PowerShell, enter. What the hell is PowerShell? Windows key and arrow key. Oh, oh, we made it. Oh my god, what a mess. Windows key. This is why you should always have. I have 195 viewers watching me struggle to close Counter-Strike. You'll love it. I don't know how to do this. Windows D. Alright, so the basic problem is that the task manager is behind Counter-Strike right now. This is so stupid. Best stream. There's so many messages I can't even focus on one of them. Alright, this is what I have. How do I move this to the other monitor? We did it. We did it, boys and girls. We did it. It's a miracle. It's a miracle. Christmas is not canceled any longer. Christmas is no longer canceled. So I think I still have that guy's map, and I'll just try to give you an idea of what I would do in Photoshop to fix this, fix up some of the issues I saw. And I do not have it open. Rip. Rip. To reload it. See if I can give you guys some feedback on that. There is a checkbox in the task manager which says task manager always on top. That's why you always want that one to be checked. See if I can find it. And just as I open it. Where is that? Where's this checkbox? Always on top. I love it. Thank you. Good feedback. That did close Counter-Strike though. Fantastic. Thank you, Ace Extreme. We did it. We did it, fam. Why is this not loading now? Man, Source is just killing it today. This is driving me nuts. God damn. I got it. It's fixed. No, it's not. Jesus H. There it is. I will Photoshop those plants. I swear on my life. I will not stop until those plants are properly Photoshopped. I won't stop. I will not stop until the plants are Photoshopped. They can't be blue. There's never been a blue plant. Except for my Twitter avatar. Never. It's never happened. Hey man, been watching a bunch today while I'm working. Cool to see a perspective I haven't seen on the game, and just a super relaxing stream. I'm really glad you're enjoying it, Corfu. I obviously don't do this very often. I'm obviously not particularly good at it, but I hope that you've enjoyed it, and we can do more of this stuff in the future. I will. I will try to do it more. Problem solved. That's right. Practice makes perfect. It's the same advice I would give you guys with level design. I have to take it for myself when it comes to streaming. It takes hard work and dedication, right? Hey man, I just made a map and the original compiling program isn't working. What's the best? I just use Hammer's compiler, so. It's not letting me take a screenshot. Alright. Alright, I finally have a screenshot. Alright. So here you've got just an incredible amount of flowers. First of all, this is something a lot of people don't know. Source capture is so dark that I always go into levels and I always do 0.3. So I always do this. In other words, I'll do it in slow motion. Anytime with any screenshot I take from the source engine, this is what I do, because otherwise it's just too dark. It's not accurate to what it looks like in game. I go into levels and I bump it 3 there. Just bumps it up to where it should be, in my opinion. So this is Photoshop right here. This is just a simple graphical editing program. So what I'm going to do is kind of give you a sense of all the different colors that are going on here. So you've got this, like, I'm curious what the average of this is. It's like a muddled green. So you have 1 color, 2 color, 3 color, 4 color, 5 color, 6 color, 7 color. Then you have 3 different shades of green for the leaves, and a relatively different shade of green for the trees. This is kind of where things are breaking down, right? So now if I come into the image and I select the different colors, and let's just pick one relatively pleasant color, like let's just pick this, and I bump it and I drop it in here and I mask out. Let's see if I can mask out the background. Alright, that's not gonna work. So what I'll do is just very simply go like this. I mean, obviously art is one of those things that would just take forever to kind of explain all the different things that you should do in a level. And it's probably one of the most difficult things you could probably spend time trying to do. But the goal here is to help people. So if it helps you at all, that's the goal. But the point is, if you are able to standardize the colors you're using, something like this, and then you come into the background image and you kind of decide on a color that you want to run with, say something like this, and then we'll bump up the contrast a little bit. Merge it. Start playing with some different options here. Let's say you wanted to go for like a red theme. And see, right now I'm desaturating all the areas where I feel like I've got too many colors going on. And hopefully you're starting to see some improvements in the overall composition of the scene. Alright, so let's compare this with what we started with. Remember, I always edit the levels on a screen capture from source. So this is kind of what we started with, and this is kind of where I took it. And then maybe you could say, like, let's drop down 20, we'll get a little bit more color richness. So this is kind of where we started, and this is kind of where we end up. That's kind of how I would improve it. It's not the strongest scene to begin with, so it's kind of a little bit tough, but the idea is you want to standardize the colors you're using. Like we've got one color, and I would just, if it was me, I would make all this stuff the same color. So that would be one color. This would be all one color if it was me. And then we have this white, which is like a tone. And I would use kind of consistent white throughout the whole map. Not like it's different shades right now. I would use kind of all one shade. And then you have this other green right here. And I would use all one green for the map. But one thing I would do is when I look at an area like this, it's very important that the foliage that's up top is kind of brighter than the foliage in back. It's also too saturated right now. Something like this. Let's see if I can mask it out. Something like this. I mean, it's not perfect, but something like that. And now you have something that's at least approaching something. I mean, if you compare it to the original, I think this one's definitely a little bit easier to digest. Now, from a compositional standpoint, you would want to start breaking different things down and being like, if I want this color to be green right here, I would want it to be green like across there. And then I would want to have things breaking down, like vines and things like that. And that's kind of how you get a scene. I don't know, just my opinion. Anyway, let's look at some of these other maps. Let's check some of these other maps out. See, like now you come back into it and it's just a little overwhelming, in my opinion. Alright, this is Wingman Sydney. Let's see who this is by. Oops. This is by Rexer. Let's check it out. But why do you want to standardize the colors run arms? My theory on this is basically pretty simple. You want to have 3 scenes in your colors. You want to have a primary, a secondary, and a spice color. So for most scenes, this ends up being orange, blue, and like green or something. So this is Wingman Sydney. Interesting prop. I think this is a prop. This might be a brush. No, I think it's a prop. He modified that texture. It's not looking bad. What's up, Utopia? Are you Utopia? Because then I would know you. Okay, so this is T-spawn. You spawn here, make a left, a right. This is a wingman map? This feels very large for a wingman map. This feels more like a bomb defusal map than a wingman map. I don't really have a whole lot to say about this. It seems pretty straightforward. It kind of reminds me of that other wingman map we looked at, where it's just kind of like, it's just kind of. I hope that people don't take wingman as just meaning like create a circular small map that's like flat. I think that would be a misuse of the opportunity that wingman presents. I think wingman can be a lot more than that. That's just my opinion. So yeah, I don't have a whole lot to say about this. It seems pretty straightforward, but interesting nonetheless. I'd like to see wingman maps that are not flat. That would be the first thing to point out. Let's see what else people have asked me to look at. So he's saying this one is a little bit more unusual. It's called Canyon, and it's supposed to be a flying scoutsman map. Oh, nice graphics on this so far. I love this type of theme. It's like this Western theme. Whoa, what the hell? Oh, that's Flying Scotsman. How's it floating? Yes. Wow, this is cool. This is cool. No Fatch. I think that's how you say that. Do you know any good tutorials for how to get started mapping on CSGO? I would watch Top Hat Waffles tutorials on YouTube. They are, in my opinion, the finest available. Ha! Wow, that's really cool. Yeah, no, I don't have any complaints about this map. It seems pretty cool. It seems like an old school like source map where you have like more of a playful theme, I guess. It seems very playful to me. It seems like definitely a fun time. I guess the fact that you're floating around, like, this is really cool right here. Oh, there's custom models? That's interesting. Australian models. This is never not going to be fun, pretty much. This is always going to be a fun thing. A lot of custom assets in this map too. It's a pretty fun one. Pretty neat little map. I dig it. This is cool. Alright. I think we got... That map was called... hold on, I have it here. That map was called Canyon by T-Rexer. Canyon by T-Rexer. Now we're going to look at two more maps, and I think I'm going to call it after that. One is called Untitled Map, and the other is called Alien. These look like they might be from new mappers, so let's keep that in mind. People who are just starting out. Alright, so we're getting the confirmation that this is going to be a map by a new mapper. So, getting the confirmation. Looks like it's a bomb defusal map. I'm still in third person. Alright, I see particles like this, I think 100% gonna teleport. Oh! Alright. Not teleportation, but it's close. I'll take it. So this is gonna be like an X-Files theme map, I guess. Oh my god. Oh, I'm dying. This is killing me, actually. I'm dead. Did not expect that. 3 pixels of new cache. I can do half of 1 pixel. Take it or leave it. It's my final offer. Why am I dying so much? Alright, I'm not sure how to approach this. I'm not sure whether I should give this a serious review or just kind of explore and experiment. I'm pressing buttons. This is definitely gonna eat my soul after I'm done. Look, they're Look at this. What is going on? This is alien technology. I simply cannot comprehend. I just teleported. That's old school Quake. Menacing statues looking down at me. Guys, we're just going along for the journey on this one. This one's a fun map, I feel. I played with you on your map on Face It. It was a nice experience. Oh, I'm glad you enjoyed it. I think, not tonight, but from now on, I'm probably going to do, like, maybe looking at maps on Wednesday, and maybe playing custom maps on, like, Thursdays or something. I don't know. We'll see. This map will be in the next major. Cache is being removed in favor of this map. You're going to be floating through alien portal technology. And if you guys don't like it, you guys need to just grow up and just accept change. And it's your fault if you don't like it. So, if you don't like this, that's on you. Alright, I think I don't have too much to say on this one. It's pretty much perfect. There's nothing to say. When a map is that perfect, there's really no room for commentary, as far as I can tell. What is the next one I'm looking at? I gotta find it. Oh. Alright, last one of the day. It is from Beam Hero. It's just called an Untitled map. FMPone, do you ever think Valve would accept a map into an operation if it used teleports or jump pads? Serious question. And the answer is I just told you that's going to be in the map pool. I can't make it any more clear than that. All of the maps are being removed in favor of that, not just mine. Yeah, man. Definitely keep at it. That's the right attitude. Just make whatever you want. If what you want to make is a map where you float up and down portals and stuff, go for it. Just have fun with it, you know? Lovebond 007. Thank you for all the work you have done for the CSGO community. Thank you, James Bond. I appreciate it. Alright, so I need to focus here. This is CT spawn. This looks like Aztec. This looks like I'm feeling another 3-laner. Feeling another 3-lane map. This is obviously mid. This would be the bomb site. This is a nice bomb site though. This reminds me of Abby's bomb site. Bomb site on a map called Alley. Abbey. Some tunnels. Okay, so you start over here. I'm generally not a fan of maps where you have to walk like this much to go through spawn. Like, oh, still walking. Still walking. Generally not a fan of that. Just looks like a lot of walking on this map, to be honest with you. Just looks like a lot of walking. Got a big mid here. I want to check this bomb site out. This is the bomb site? Yeah, this is the bomb site. Yeah, again, it's hard to critique these 3-lane maps because I feel like they all kind of blend together after a while. It's like big mid, maybe on a downslope, maybe on an upslope. They're usually like pretty wide mid. They usually have like 1 or 2 connectors to the mid. I don't know. There's just not a whole lot to say. There's nothing inherently wrong with it, but I think if you're going to make a map like that, you've got to hit me right away with like, oh, this is different, or this is doing something different, or this is an unusual take on this. Because the problem when you just do a map that's kind of bog standard is like, I don't know, how am I supposed to feel about this? It feels fine. It feels like it would be fun to play. It feels like it would work, but it's just not wowing me or showing me anything that I haven't really seen before. So I guess that's kind of the critique. Yeah, I hate to end the stream on a down note like that, but you know, it's just tough to make a 3-lane map that doesn't feel like a 3-lane map at this point in Counter-Strike. We're all pretty familiar with that stuff, and we know that it works, so if that's what you want. Yeah. I mean, the main thing is just, use it as practice and have fun with it, right? Chroma at F and Pone, 75 days for CT spawn and cash. Yeah, yeah, and you'll see every one of those 75 days. That's my opinion, but just start with a fun duel or angle or route or build from there. Yeah, that's a good approach. All right, guys. So in the future, what we're gonna do for the stream is most likely play some games. But I think that given that we've been going for about 4 hours, looking at your maps, I hope that it was helpful for you guys. I hope you got something out of it. I enjoy doing this. I don't mind doing this. I really want to keep up to date with what you guys are doing and just try to help in any way I can. So with that said, thank you very much. I really appreciated this, and not much more to add than that. So have a good day. Take care. The VOD should be on YouTube, yeah.